We have no fear.
Go ahead, Rich. Take it away.
Hey, welcome. How is everybody? We're back at TPK Games with another episode of The Campaign.
Crazy Hack
what is
Day.
it? Episode 6 to be sure. It is Crazy Hack Day,
Episode 6.
in case you didn't notice. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you guys? You doing well? You excited?
My head isn't that crazy, but I'm also crazy. So I feel like
You're wearing
Crazy-
it backwards?
Either a crazy hat or crazy under the hat.
I'm wearing it backwards because I didn't want, if it's facing forward, I didn't want it to like block out the light, so I look like I'm doing, a 2020 anonymous interview.
Shadow.
Plus, I feel like, I want to bring it back. Everything in the 90s is new again now, so I feel like wearing hats backwards is got to be one of them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just following Mike's lead. So all those things he said, ditto.
Good luck. Famous last words of someone who tried to follow my lead.
Excellent. So you guys all ready for it this week? We left on a touch of a cliffhanger last time, 2 weeks ago.
Why would you call it that?
Yeah, it was literally
more of a cliff faller.
Seemed
Cliff-faller.
super
A bridge
appropriate.
faller. It was a bridge faller.
It was a bridge plummeter, to be sure, the invisible bridge plummeter. Very dramatic. So we were all just talking about how we need to see Ready Player One. I really wish we could do that together. It's sad that we can't. But we're going to need to regroup and discuss the inclusion or lack thereof of Dungeons & Dragons in Ready Player One once we all see it. So I want all you guys to take notes. That's your homework assignment.
Done and done.
Okay, excellent. Good, I'm counting on you. So I'm supposed to go around and introduce everybody. Why don't I start with you, John Reed?
Hey. Hi, I'm John Reed. Yeah, I am 100% focused on D&D these days. I'm excited about all the shows we have, and I'm just ready to play this one because I want to get out of this fucking gambit and into Abrea, and hopefully we can do that and not die in a horrible death.
Don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. And from one turtle right to the next, Alan Ward.
What's up? How's it going? I'm doing good.
Excellent. That is good. You've been streaming? You still streaming? How's things over at Captain?
Off and on. Not as often as I'd like to be, but I'll be getting to it. Can't dedicate a schedule just yet.
Excellent. I will. I'll hook up with you this week and we'll stream some video gaming.
Hell yeah.
Mike Bloom, how are you tonight, sir? With your backwards hat.
There's so much hooking up going on the stream. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, I know.
Love is in the air.
It surely is.
I think we need to start. I can't wait to get. I'm excited as John is to get out of Chimerian's Gambit, just because I want to start finding romance for some of these characters. I want to see Shael strike up a romance with somebody and see what sort of courtship that would entail.
Shell just needs a pet.
Noted.
I think it might include some cash being exchanged, but who knows?
No.
Impropriety. Oh my word. I am shocked. Shocked.
Somebody would probably pay much money.
That is true.
I got a few friends that I can hook you up with.
Shall GreyThorne, Turtle Gigolo. That's a multi-class option right there.
What are the benefits?
I'll hammer that out between now and next session and get back
Skill
to you. If that's okay.
proficiencies.
You can
Increase
need to dial in
charisma,
the
bro.
details of that. Alex Donsky, what's up, man?
What's up? It's
How are you?
cracking. Yeah, excited, man. Excited to play. Really been enjoying the other game that we started last week,
Mhm.
and how that kind of ties into this, and also share their. Actually, I kind of like it in the Gambit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's pretty great, right? Yeah.
It's,
You said it after you just
very
lost a
exciting.
close friend of yours.
Your mom
this
made
is Alex right now. In a moment, you're about to see like tears coming down, real shit. It's about to be heavy.
Could you make yourself cry on cue? Because I'm ready for that.
I can. It just takes about 5 minutes.
All right, get ready. I'll talk for
Stare
5
at
minutes.
me, like degrade me.
Oh my god.
It's your fault.
Make me cry on a whim, but I'm not going to tell you how. It's much easier than you think. Taryn,
Is that what you can pay Shael to do?
Good.
Yeah. Taryn wins the Crazy Hat contest. No
Yes.
contest. It's an excellent hat. Good
I have a
choice.
second option, just so everyone knows. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'm a sailor as well.
And excellent. That's it. The big reveal. I like it.
Hey, wait, no, I'm a sailor. That's my background. You stole my hat.
Gosh, I'm confused.
I'll pass it through Skype.
Excellent. So yeah, like Alex said, we have the campaign obviously every other week here at TPK Games. We've started our second show, which is called Abrea, before the campaign. And so it's set about 100 years in the past, and it's much more of a open world exploration. These players are not trapped in a deadly gambit, but they will be soon. I promise you that. So
We're
that was a
working
lot
on
of fun.
like a
We are.
pirate ship right now.
Yeah.
That is true. But yeah, I'm very excited to get back to this tonight. This has been on my mind for the last 2 weeks, the plight of your ally, Sarah. And so I guess, unless you guys have any questions or thoughts or anything that we should touch on. Okay.
Good.
Then we left off in our last session here in the campaign. You guys had had allied with Gita, with this Viking woman, this paladin of the Green, who'd taken an oath to some Fey Lord whose name she will not reveal to you. But she's here in the city of Skaden, in the ruins of Skaden, participating in Chimerian's Gambit to serve the will of this patron of hers. This Fey Lord sent her here to find a tree, which seems a little strange. But from what you understand, this tree is more than just a tree. It has a sentience. It moves through this place, and it has been trapped here for a very long time. And so she has come seeking it. And the information that she's gathered thus far is that there's an individual here in Skaden, within the Gambit, named the Leech. What kind of a name that is, I'm not entirely sure. But she has gotten you guys to agree to work alongside her to extract this information. And so you made your way to this location in Skaden that you'd gotten from a few different people, where there was a long bridge over a mighty chasm. And upon arriving in this area, you guys were assaulted from the sky by wyverns. You fought a good fight. And on making your way across this bridge, you encountered the orc Wound, Thinnea's potential ally here in Chimerion's great game. Wound, who you assisted in recovering the ancient axe of Kurg Fellhand, Kurg's black axe. And so Wound, standing atop a tower on the far side of this bridge, as you guys crossed the chasm, looking beneath you to a bottom that you could not see, naught but clouds and fog swirling in the depths below this narrow bridge across the way. And Wound appeared on a tower on the far side, pointing out that you were being followed. And upon turning behind you, you saw the risen form of Alton Ducat, a man who you killed on your first day here, who has been raised, given new strength as a Death Knight. And this Death Knight Ducat stalking after you across the bridge, engaged. Some of you broke and ran quickly, heading down a staircase on the far side that descended beneath one of these towers into the safety of the subterranean tunnels here in Skaden. But some of you stayed and fought, namely one young, blustery storm sorcerer named Ryeth Thunderbuck, who, in a moment of heroism and spontaneity, charged out into the middle of the span and cast a thunder wave, hoping that he could knock this cursed Death Knight Ducat from this small span, this narrow bridge across this deep, seemingly bottomless chasm. Unfortunately, Ducat did not fall, but Ryeth did, quickly, as he was caught down by the Death Knight's mighty blade. Shael GreyThorne stood by his side, trying to defend him, and he saved him potentially from death, but could not protect him from the mighty blow that knocked him low. And so Sarah, the Wind Priest, who seemed very invested in young Ryeth, ran out, calling to whatever strange forces answer her prayers to the wind. And so she, healing his wounds, raising him up from the ground, he quickly turned, enveloping her in invisibility, one of the last spells that he had at his disposal for the day. But Ducat, mad with fury and blessed with the gifts given to an undead Death Knight, was able to get his hands on poor Sarah, and the two of them in their struggle, wrenching and pulling at each other while he tried to throw her off the bridge, but she would not let go. She would not release her grip on this undead menace. And so her tenacity and sheer force of will pulled his form with her as they plummeted off this bridge into the fog and the mist below. And with that moment of shock and terror and pain and loss, the last of you who stood out there defending the bridge turned and ran. And so now we all find ourselves, the five of you, along with the paladin Gita and the goblin Ugat, begun to descend down these stone staircases, these series of switchbacks lowering deeper and deeper beneath the ground. A light spell had been conjured. Tone Goodheart was out in front, exploring. And those of you who'd broken into the tunnel early have no idea that Sarah's fallen. But those of you who stood to defend her and saw her go, you run in after your friends. And that is where we pick up tonight, my friends. So...
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Obviously, I have watched every Gambit since I was born.
Of course.
Is it normal for people to come back as undead?
It's not typical, but it's certainly not unheard of.
So it's not like every person who's ever played gets a second shot by coming back.
Oh, absolutely not. No,
okay.
Absolutely not. So you've seen things like this before. Alton Ducat is a name that would be known outside the Emerald Dynasty. He was the son of an important general in Balfurion's Crimson Dynasty, right? And as such, his name carries a little cachet, right? He's a minor celebrity. That said, he also did not meet his potential. He fell quickly on the first day, right after your entrance. You guys killed him immediately upon entering the Gambit, and so his body was left behind. And you think that may certainly have played some part in the raising of it. It would have been very easy for them to snatch it up after all of you fled that entrance area and use whatever foul magics they used to raise up a Death Knight. Okay. So this is not a typical thing, but you've seen it before over the years.
Okay. That's all I got, friends.
Okay, I guess I'll come rushing down the stairs. Like, oh my God, she's dead! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
I don't know that. I don't know what's at the bottom of that pit.
No. That's true. It could be some water.
They could be alive for a long time, falling for infinity. You don't know.
Okay, wait. Let's stop down for a second, because some of us were smart and decided to not get involved with the dead man charging toward us. Who are you talking about? What?
The only person who's not here.
It's dark. I don't remember who I'm with.
Can I look around and see who's not here?
Yeah, you're very quickly able to recognize. I mean, there were 8 of you. There are now 7. Sarah is not with you guys as you're in this, like, you're on the 3rd landing, right? You descended, you switched back, you descended more. And so you guys have all like regrouped on this 3rd landing of stairs.
Ryeth, your mom? She's dead?
Yeah, I don't know if actually she is my mom. There was a debate about it, but yeah, she's dead. She sacrificed herself for us.
Should we try to save her? I turn around and start kind of walking.
I don't think we can. Don't worry. Oh man, this sucks.
There may be water down there. We can. Shell, come on, we can swim.
Is Alton still following us?
No.
She made a pretty ultimate sacrifice and took the general with her.
Look, the fact of the matter is, if we don't get out of here, her sacrifice may be in vain. And look, there are certainly feelings to deal with. I probably know that better than anyone, but the fact of the matter is we need to keep moving forward into whatever the heck this is, because we don't know if Alton Duca just came out and, accosted us on that bridge. God only knows what might be out there as well. We need to keep going down.
Toad wants to run away from another fight.
Holy shit!
Gita speaks up at this point and says, he is not wrong, though. She died for you. And she turns and looks you dead in the eyes, Ryeth. She says, you understand that, don't you? It was not for the rest of them, but for you.
I know, just like I tried to help everyone too, but she's just better at it, I guess. I don't know, I don't really want to talk right now. You got a lot going on.
You should not talk, you should think of what you've done.
Yeah.
You could have fled with the rest of us.
Hey. Look. Tensions are a little high right now. And we can play the blame game all we want, but, we are 7 right now, and we might become even fewer if we don't work together to get out of this thing.
Again,
there's Tone being diplomatic.
Can I, as well as my wine, can I have a flask in my bag?
You have a flask?
Did you just give yourself a lineup 6 episodes in?
I have a bag of holding, so I could have put whatever I wanted in there.
You did have many things. I don't think you have a flask, but you did have many bottles of wine. I mean, there were many alternate bottles of wine. There was actually a flask on Olus Broadblade that you might have taken off of his corpse when you killed him.
I just really, tensions are so high right now that I feel like I want to put my head into my bag of holding and just take a drink of something and then keep moving.
Yeah, that's definitely doable. Yes. Okay. Yes. You had taken, as I recall, many bottles of wine from the night before the gambit started and filled your sack up. And certainly Olus Broadblade did not come in to die in Chimerian's gambit without liquor on him, without a flask of dwarf spirits. So potentially you would have taken that off of him and you could have that, to be sure. Gita just kind of looks and says, the elf is right, though. We must escape. And if we do not work together, all of us will fall, like she did, like Ducat before, like all the others who have come in the years and decades that this terrible game has gone on. So, are you still with me?
Yeah, guys, that was her dying wish, that all of us would help Gita, so I have to do that.
I'm with Ryeth. Let's push ahead.
Are you well? Is everybody prepared to proceed?
Probably not.
I'm all sorts of fucked up.
Should we do a short rest, or what are you guys thinking?
He kind of died out there for a second.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell I'm drenched in blood. I was pretty much cut in half.
She glances up the staircase and says, we should head down deeper and find a more defensible location. She says the orc was right outside. That is all we need for him to come storming in here.
I
looking
agree.
to make more marks before he leaves this place.
Okay, I will do 2 things here. First, I'm going to cast Life Transference and take 22 points away from myself and give them to Ryeth.
Cool. That's a thing? Awesome.
It's a thing. It's just occurred.
I'm at full health.
Okay, so then I am going to use my Pearl of Power to regain that spell slot.
Got it. So you see Edgar call out a soft prayer to his gods, to the brothers, and suddenly you see his face contort, and his mouth grit down, bare down. It's like pain as this wave of kind of pain washes over you, Edgar. I mean, it hurts for you to do this. This is a true sacrifice that you give this life essence to your friend. And Ryeth, you like know as you feel like this vitality flowing into you, you could see like, you know, Edgar like in pain, grimacing, like sacrificing himself for you. And then he reaches down into a pouch and like pulls out a pearl, like this glimmering pearl that he like whispers over for a moment, and, like smiles, nodding as he puts it away. So okay, you get your spell slot back.
No, I can't fake cry. My character is just really emotionally distraught right now. I mean, like, I recognize that all the sacrifices for me, and I'm humbled.
Okay, let's move.
And so Gita says, I do not know what to expect, but she says, I am confident that this is the right place. It is exactly as it was told to me. She says, so we will go further. Keep your eyes open and your ears. Be ready for anything. And so
had a dead guy attack us. Suffice it to say, we're ready for anything.
Good. So yes, she begins making her way forward, and you guys descend like more staircases. And so for the next literally like 4 to 5 minutes, you're heading downwards and down, and then the landings open out, and you're in kind of like this stone alcove, and reaching out in front of you are all these wooden catwalks, and this very decrepit, rundown sort of system of almost like scaffolding with these broken railings and shattered stairs and holes and boards, and it smells very musty. And as the magical light that was conjured illuminates the kind of space around you, and you guys are able to look up and take in, and you could see that the walls and like a lot of the roof of this chamber is actually soil, and there are roots protruding in places and stones, and some of it's crumbling away. You could see moisture like kind of leaking down some of the walls. And so she kind of tentatively makes her way out onto one of these wooden catwalks and begins like moving out across it, and she like glances like down over the edge and is like she says, I see another stone alcove beneath us. I think that we will need to travel lower. And so she begins like making her way along these like wooden walkways and like heading for like the next staircase down and the next. And there's a few points where like as she's out in front, she steps on a stair and like tests it a little bit, and you could hear the wood like creaking and cracking, and in a few spots her foot breaks through the floor and she pulls back on a railing, like stepping back carefully, like it is very dangerous in here. She's here, this place. And she gestures over to the side of one of these like wooden catwalks, and you could see that there's like a ledge of like earth and stone along the side of one of them, under one of these overhangs. And she kind of shrugs, like, this is as good as any a place to rest. She says, will you all need sleep, or?
I'm not really in a place to make demands right now, but I could definitely use a full night's rest.
Ooh.
Yeah, you've had a day. I think you need to definitely get some rest.
I mean, if you guys are ready to proceed, I could just hang out and help minorly.
Gita, do you think we can sleep here, or is this just a place for us to gather our... We've never been here before.
That makes 7 of us. She says, like,
I like Gita.
She says, this whole place is death, Turtle. She says, I will watch as best I can and try to keep you alive, just as I hope you will do the same for me. She says, if you need sleep, then we must find it.
Okay. Yeah, let's pitch the tent, if you will.
This guy, I get it. God is like very kind of quiet through all of this. He's been very quiet. He's just kind of like watching all of you dealing with like these interactions. And so he kind of quietly like slips off onto like one of the ledges and like sits himself down and pulls his pack in close, his book tight up against his body where it cannot be stolen from him again. Clutching it. And he's like kind of watching you all like, we sleep now?
I'm gonna sing him a lullaby.
Oh yeah. So Thinnea begins to sing. Why don't you make a performance check?
Okay. Quietly though, like I don't want to like call attention.
Yeah. This is not an opera. I get it. It's a lullaby.
23. I'm awesome.
It's so good. And so as you guys kind of like spread out on this ledge that runs even with this wooden rotted catwalk leading down lower into these subterranean chambers, Thinnea sits down next to the goblin and very, very softly begins to sing. And it's a song that I imagine most of you wouldn't have heard before, except perhaps you, Tone. And it's really quite a beautiful thing. And as the sounds of her voice softly kind of like echo in this chamber amidst the like dripping and dropping of water and the occasional breeze that blows through this big descending area underground, and the creaking of the wooden catwalks around you, and the occasional like clatter and clang of your armor and your weapons as you guys situate yourselves. The immensity of the situation kind of takes over you guys, you know, and you think of like the time that you spent with Sarah. You think of like that moment when she like reappeared, Ryeth's invisibility falling off as she like clutched General Duke, pulling him back off of the bridge. And so yeah, you guys can sit and I don't know who's resting. Tone slips into reverie.
I'm gonna rest.
I'm gonna rest.
I don't need to rest. So I want to check out this poison and the tooth.
Resting.
Oh, the poison, the tooth. Excellent. So, as Poe hunkers himself down, his shell.
Yeah, I want to go into shell defense when I sleep.
Right, and closing up, and Ryeth like kind of quietly like shuddering, like overwhelmed with all of this, softly curls into like the fetal position along the edge of the wall, and Tone is sitting with his eyes closed, reflecting on the many memories of his long elven life. You begin to sort through these things that you have. Just remind me for a second, which poison is this? This is what you got from Olus?
I think so. I had them both written down, poison and tooth.
Okay, so the tooth was the tooth that you carved out of Olus's mouth, and so this is the. Yeah, what were you going to say?
Oh no, it was the spell storing thing, right? That we didn't, but we didn't know what spell was in it currently.
Correct. And so you sit. The poison is much easier for you to figure out what it is. Give me 1 second. Let me just double check here. I should have put this out in front of me closer. Aha. Right. Okay. Basically, Thinnea, it is 3 doses of poison, which you can code on your weapon. Each one will last for like 1 attack, right? So it's 3 separate attacks. And it's like diluted wyvern poison. So each of them does 3d8 points of damage, poison damage.
Great.
Right? You could jot that down. And
then,
does
that take an action to coat my weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
And so the tooth, you're able to sit and focus in on the tooth for a time, and you can attune yourself to it over the first like hour and a half or so that these guys are sleeping. And as you're like focusing in on this ring, you recognize like what Ryeth had said. It's not a ring, I'm sorry, it's a tooth. It's an emerald tooth, and the runes carved on each facet of it are draconic and arcane in nature. And this item essentially it's a gem of spell storing. It can hold 4 slots worth of spells, up to 4 levels worth of spells. And the spell that still remains in it is a first level spell, a very simple first level spell. It's Detect Magic.
Okay.
And you're now attuned to this thing or whatever.
But I don't need to put it in.
I'm sorry. You don't need to put it in your mouth. No.
Put it in your
Oh
flask.
yeah, we got to perform surgery right now.
Yeah. Rip her teeth out.
I think she would hand it off to someone else at that point. She's a little too vain for that.
For real. No, as long as you have it on your person, or you could like tie it to a string and make a necklace out of it. You could do whatever you want, but as long as it's on your person, right?
I will definitely make a necklace out of it.
Excellent.
Oh, she's gonna start collecting teeth.
I've collected toes in the past. I'm not under collecting teeth.
I definitely adventured with the barbarian who had a necklace of human feet once. It was overwhelming. Okay. So, after a couple hours, you guys are sleeping. Tone, you slip out of your reverie, awakening again after reflecting. These others are still sleeping. Are you out as well, Shal?
Yeah.
Okay. All you spellcasters. Gita is like sitting up in the corner. She like has stayed up for a while. When she sees like Tone stir, she quietly, like without saying anything, kind of turns over and pulls her cloak about herself and tries to steal a few hours of rest. So I ask you two, Tone and Thinnea, what are your passive perceptions? I know they're
High.
easy
Yeah,
high.
pretty
I think
high.
I'm 20.
The best
I
option is to be
am
awake.
16.
16. Hey.
And mine's 20.
Okay. Hold on one second.
That 16 is cute, though.
Oh, thanks.
That 16 is cute, she says. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, as you guys are sitting here, these others are sleeping. Ugat and Gita amongst with your other three friends, and you two, Tone and Thinnea, are sitting on this ledge, kind of like listening to the ambient sounds of this chamber, the water dripping, the wind blowing, the wood creaking, the occasional like clink and clatter as one of your friends rolls and moves in their sleep, their weapon belt, their items shifting and moving around them. And then you suddenly hear a sound that's distinct and deliberate. It's the clattering, the clicking of claws against stone. And then it softens and you could hear it on the wood. And the two of you begin to like look around. Now it's like pitch black. The light spell that was active has long since dissipated. Tone, you have dark vision. So you're able to see it first. And the thing that you see is a creature that you fought before since you've entered the gambit. It is the like long, sinuous, bony, kind of rotting form with the flaps raising up on the sides of the Hakuvas. And you see one of these like undead creatures kind of climbing its way up from below along like the side of one of these like wooden railings, very kind of quietly, like reaching deliberately with each hand, pulling itself, watching up towards you guys, clearly moving towards where you all are.
Do we think it can hear us? Because I mean, we're both pretty stealthy. We could try to like slip back and hope that it just sort of passes over us on its way back up.
You feel like it will definitely see your friends. Like you don't know that it certainly like doesn't have an angle on you yet per se to see you. You like are glancing just barely over the edge, and you could see it down like cutting over the edge of just in your line of sight as you look over the edge of the railing. And it doesn't have like eyes on you yet, but it seems to like know that there's people here and it's coming for this area.
I'm ready to murder something if you are.
Yeah, I was gonna like try to throw a stone or something to distract it somewhere else. But if you're good to murder, let's do it.
I'm always good for murder.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Murder.
Murder, she says.
Well,
how do we want to proceed to engage in the murdering? Because I'm all about it.
So
I'm fine with short bowing, but what do you think?
How far down is this thing?
It's about 45 feet away.
Ooh, okay. I was thinking about taking a little drop on it, but that's a bit far of a fall for me.
And we're in pitch black too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can Thinnea see it?
Not yet. No, she can hear it distinctly coming up from underneath her.
Do you want me to... I have some ball bearings. You want me to drop them down and see if we can get it to trip?
Yeah, let's Home Alone this shit.
Let's do it. So let's not wake anybody else up.
No.
It's like Tone and Thinnea's Home Alone Adventures. That's
Yeah.
the title of this episode. Great.
I wish there were a Home Alone emote right now.
It's a real long rest we're going for here. Okay, so
I have a crowbar, so just in case.
so you can't really see it, Thinnea. You can hear it now, like moving underneath you. What's the plan here? What are you going to do with these ball bearings? You got your bag of ball bearings. You pull it out of your bag of holding. You're holding them in your hand. Yep.
I'll give them to Tone since he can see it, and I'll let Tone start us off.
Yeah, so I guess the plan is so it's like clinging onto the landing.
It's kind of climbing up the railing, and it just starts to like pull itself up over the landing and like get down like flat, like quietly. It steps like real deliberately over the rail and is now like standing on the railing, like kind of now closer, only about 20 feet below you guys as it's ascended. And it's standing on one of these catwalks looking up at you.
Do you
All
want me
right,
to
so
have my short bow prepared too when I see it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll like cue you to prepare your short bow, and I'll try to drop the ball bearings, I guess, onto the landing below. Hopefully, it takes a step forward, and whoopsie doodles, then it goes another friend over the edge.
Okay, so you drop the ball bearings. Okay, you drop the ball bearings down, and they make quite a sound, quite a clatter as you dump the bag over the edge. And there's all of a sudden like as the ball bearings all start like falling and wrapping and rolling, and some of them begin to roll over the edges, and the thing all of a sudden hisses like looking up at you, and it goes to move quickly. Okay.
That was a fun idea.
13. It proceeds to like go to like hop itself back over the rail, but it hits one of like the ball bearings and slips, boom, falling like flat on its back. Like with that, Thinnea, you can make an attack at disadvantage as you're like glancing like, man, it's fucking dark. It is pitch black, but you can hear all this commotion, and you've got like a decent idea of where it is. So if you want to take a shot right now with disadvantage, you can.
Can I try to hide as well, even though it's dark? So I can just like cancel out the disadvantage? Do it with stealth?
Well, so you're kind of already hidden. I mean, it like knows you guys are here, though. No, not really. It's got dark vision, right? Like the ball bearings just fell. It's definitely a disadvantage shot. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's just too dark.
12?
12 misses. It like rolls to the side as you like fire straight down, and you can't see it, but Tone, you see it like roll as this arrow comes like lancing over the edge and just and you can hear it like distinctly hit wood. You realize you missed Thinnea. With that, real quickly, let's roll initiative. Even though we're not on a map and we don't have tokens, just for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
And you sleeping fools can roll perception checks if you want.
Yeah, at what point does my 21 passive perception kick in here?
Oh, yeah.
What a waste.
There's your good roll,
21.
Thinnea.
Here as the ball bearing. Yeah, Jesus, man.
Hate
Thinnea,
it.
not fucking around.
I want to kill things.
For real. Yeah, you hear, Poe, your 21 passive perception, you hear as the ball bearings begin to like rattle and clatter into the underneath, like your eyes open. Ryeth, you don't catch it. But yeah, you totally like snap to alertness, Poe, as you're like in your shell in the pitch blackness inside the pitch blackness.
And then,
Thinnea, you're up.
so I don't have my benefits of my rest yet, correct?
No.
Okay. I'm going to decrease everything.
When it rolls aside to get away from my arrow, does it hit another ball bearing?
Oh yeah, it's laying on ball bearings, right? There's all these ball bearings like under its back, you know, and there's ball bearings all over the fucking place. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. So I am guessing I'm going to do another short bow with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
darkness is quite frustrating for you humans.
16.
But 20 or 16, right? Disadvantage. Right.
I'll take the 25 though. You can give me
I know
the
you. I know you would. It rolls out of the way again.
Ah!
Oof.
Yeah, you're gonna need some light. You're getting frustrated now. It like snaps to the other side, and it's beginning to try to like find its footing and pull itself up to its feet. So
Okay.
that occurs on 25-19. Edgar, you have awoken.
I wake and I immediately look around and just cast daylight to see what the hell is happening in this cave.
And we all go blind.
60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from where? Centered on you, I guess.
I want to center it on like the bottom of the stairs or wherever the ball bearing. Well, I guess I couldn't see that. So yeah, I guess I would have to just logically center it on like above, like just above us or something.
Got it. Just in the center around you.
Create
But all
light.
of a sudden,
Yeah.
light fills the room. And so yes, the two of you are suddenly like blinking back, like as like spots fill your eyes, swimming in front of you, and you can like barely see Tone. That just like really like sets you reeling. You're like, it's like you're shifting from dark vision back into normal sight. That's on 19. Tone, you rolled 7. What did I get here? 13? Okay, 19, 13. This thing goes. It like screams out as the light appears, like loud, and like just launches itself. It pulls itself to its feet and then tries to jump. So first of all, it's going to make a dex check as it's jumping on the fucking ball bearings. 11. And as it like leaps up, it just is not able to like get any meaningful fucking height, and it like slips, like falling down again, face first down on the ground on its chest, and just starts like dragging itself back up to its feet, unable to like get any kind of movement. So it's back standing, but it's not able to get anywhere. That's its turn. Tone, you're up.
So this thing has moved up a level, right?
Yeah, it's like 20 feet below you now. Yeah.
Cool. I'll try to make my badass jump down, katana in hand, to try to slice through it like I'm some sort of anime character.
Excellent. So roll an acrobatics check for leaping badassery. 20.
Nice.
Shink, your katana like slips off your back, and you grab the railing of the landing you're on, and just like vault yourself over it, using the handle on the rail to like pull yourself around and swing down underneath. And you come like cartwheeling, tumbling down. You can make an attack roll at it. 13 does not hit. It like, while it's like standing, you see it like look down, like planting one foot hard, and it ducks low underneath the sword swing. You, Tone, take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you like crash down into the landing, like standing on the railing above. And let's see if the landing like holds up. This could get really dramatic.
Well, can I use my slow fall to reduce my falling damage?
Yeah. Excellent.
Nice.
So you don't take any fucking damage. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. The railing that you land on, because you're conscious that there are ball bearings all over the floor, right? So you're like standing on the railing. You landed like heavily on it. You felt it like shudder beneath your feet, but it seems solid, still holding you up. So you can make your second attack now as you stand up.
Let's see if I do any better in proximity to him.
26 hits. You swing
Finally.
down, just the tip of the sword slicing through the undead like flesh and bone of this thing.
Or
7 points of damage. Got it. And it like cries out again as you like cleave into it. Okay, excellent. That's your movement action. You have a bonus action.
So how far away is it from the end, from the edge?
Oh, so like you're standing on the railing and it's like right here next to you. In other words, it's like 5 feet from the edge, but there's a handrail in between it and plummeting down off, and you're standing on that handrail. Yeah,
And I'm also between it.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to I'm going to hit it. Just kick it.
Yeah, you snap out with your foot at this thing, like while you stand here. 16 does not hit. It is fast. And so, like, woof, it pulls itself down, and your foot just kind of catches it with a glancing blow, but is not able to successfully damage it. Tone, that's your turn on 7, top of the round, 25. Thinnea, you're up. The room is bright, brilliant bright. You can see this bastard now.
Finally.
Let the murdering ensue.
Yes. Now can I hide so I can be more stealthy here?
Yeah, sure, because you
hide?
can see where he is. Absolutely. So you're able to like duck back out of line of sight on the landing that you're on and reposition.
Okay, so
Excellent.
that's 23.
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit?
5. Yes, as you like dart back out of line of sight and you take like a couple of steps along the edge and pop out at a different part of the landing with the bow, like firing an arrow down. It sinks into this thing for 10 plus 16. Excellent. And its head snaps up, the frills on it like vibrating as it like fucking screeching back up at you. Okay, that's movement, bonus, action, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm good.
Okay. That was Thinnea?
Yep.
Poe, you're up.
Okay.
You can see.
I am...
You saw Tone jump over the edge, right? And Thinnea shooting down, so yeah.
Right. So now... Okay, so... my question here is... how... If I were to attract this thing to me, would that put my sleeping friends in danger in any way? Like, do I know that? Like, can I
mean,
tell...
just in the sense that if like you make it come up here, your friends are up here. You know what I mean? It's like, in other words, if you attract it to you with what? With like a compelled duel or something like that? Yeah, it's going to, if it fails, it's going to come attack you. So...
Either way, it's coming to attack me, right?
It'll put your friends in danger in the sense that it will get on the same floor as them. And right now it is not. It is with Tone. Okay. 20 feet below you.
Then what I will do is cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Mm-hmm.
And miss.
Would you roll?
A 10.
10 does miss. So... you lean down over the edge as you're like thinking, you're going through this processing in your head quickly, like, should I summon it to me? I don't know. My friends. And so you decide on the guiding bolt quickly and you call your prayer out to Deimos, like firing down this like arcing light of sunlight. It just matches the illumination of the daylight spell that's filling the area, but it just streaks down past it. You're at a weird angle leaning over the railing.
Is it within 60 feet of me?
Yeah, it's 20 feet away.
Okay, I want to cast my spiritual weapon with my bonus action. I call up to Deimos and ask him to send me my yo-yo. Yes.
Nice.
Hits. And so you see materializing like right next to it over the landing, Tone, the telltale glimmering yo-yo of Deimos and Phobos. And so, yes, it glimmers like moonlight and sunlight at the same time as it snaps out, crashing into this thing. Roll damage.
Oh, yeah. There's damage involved.
Damage is the good part.
Yeah. 11 points of force damage.
Okay, 30 for 40. We got it. Yeah, the yo-yo like smashes into it. Yep.
And then I want to, what I want to do is move in front of Thinnea to give her something to hide behind.
She can't really hide behind you anyway, so it's cool.
Okay.
But you can like try to go stand there. Like she's too big to hide behind another person, and she gets away with a lot of stuff because she's Thinnea Hallowwhisper.
I didn't know as a giant turtle like where we came down on the. I should have put that in my sheet, but I didn't. Okay.
No,
yeah, I am. Okay.
She's got plenty of places to hide. So yeah, you step up though in front of her like defensively, right? I'm just like explaining it for mechanical effect. It doesn't.
If
actually
that's
change.
the case, then I'd rather step up to make sure that I'm in between the sleeping people and the danger.
Okay, absolutely. So that was on 19. On 13, it goes. Now it's squared off with you, Tone. Like, and yeah, it lashes out with its claws. Yeah, it lashes out with its claws. 15.
Misses.
Nice.
Misses.
Looks like it now looks like it's missing things too. So that's good. We're all on the same playing field.
Yeah. Totally true. Okay. And with that, it does not have that, right? Yep. Yeah, cool. It makes its attack, and then it tries to like pull back away from you. You can make an attack of opportunity.
Absolutely. I will definitely do that. Probably gonna miss. No, 18.
18 hits. It dances away on the ball bearings, like holding its footing.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay, got it. 49. And it like pulls itself up onto the other railing, like getting away from you in the edge, and begins like shimmying up the wall and makes it the 40 feet movement. So yeah, 20 feet, it like climbs up, pulling itself over the railing, like landing hard, kind of right in front of you, Poe. And Thinnea, like you're standing down on the edge of the railing next to it. Tone, you're up on 9.
Oh geez. Well, now that he's gone, I don't have my bow. Oh god. All right. So I guess if I have to get back up there, what are my options here? Is there a series of staircases? Is there a long way I could take around? Do I have to jump
there is
for
a
it?
long way that you can run around, but it will take you like running at like double your movement speed. If you dash 60 feet, it'll take you at least a round to run all the way like around and get back up the staircase. Option number 2 is like you can try to jump. And like from the handrail you're on, you're already like a good 4 feet off the ground, plus the height of your body, 6 feet. So like 10 feet above you is the landing, right? If you jump, you could try to grab the bottom of it and pull yourself up.
Yeah, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's see if Tone can be in the Matrix. Let's see if I can jump for it.
Excellent. So you can roll an acrobatics check.
I'm so proud of Tone this episode.
Yeah.
He's like
19.
doing stuff.
Heck yeah.
Done.
Yeah,
Most of us aren't awake to
Tone's a little
see it.
ticked off by Poe just saying he's gonna run away from another damn fight.
Yeah, you show those turtles. You show them what elves are made of. So you crouch down low, like putting your hands like tight against this railing, and like snap your sword back into the sheath at your back, and then you just launch yourself like a cat flying up, and you're able to just bang, grab the edge of the fucking wood with your hands and begin like pulling yourself up, like grabbing onto the rail. And now you guys see Tone like dragging himself up underneath the railing, like next to you guys. That's your movement. And I'll give you an action. Sure, you still have your action. You come like rolling out up, like looking over. It's next to you. You're in between it and Thinnea, and Poe's on the other side.
So Thinnea's between me and it.
No, Thinea's behind you. It's between
Okay.
you and Poe.
All right, then I might as well have a little katana blade.
Are we flanking it?
The sword like snaps back out again. You're not exactly, because it didn't like come up and stand immediately next to you, right? So no. So you like slash down and it like weaves to the side, like furious that you followed it. Second attack.
Yeah, I'll try that again.
16 misses, and then again, like you snap the sword out and it like bends backwards, limbo style, like now getting pissed. Bonus
You
action.
said you wanted to be a part of the Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready to do it. Let's see. I will.
Please call it Hecuva Smith.
Well, if I have to hit something, I'll go for the flurry of blows.
Okay, excellent. So you pop a key point off and flurry.
Do it. We got 1 and 2.
Yes.
You snap out with the first punch and it like hits it, and your hand kind of glances off the bone, like deflecting the blow. But your second punch snaps out, shattering right into its mouth. Roll damage. Oh yeah, for 12 points of damage, and you hear like teeth crack as you smash into this thing's mouth.
Nay, I got another for your teeth collection if you need it.
Yes.
New round, Thinnea, you are up.
Great. I haven't done this in a while. I am going to use my rapier to attack.
Oh, excellent. You slip the bow right back into your back sheath, snapping the sword out, dancing up next to it. Do you like spin around the other side? Are you next to Tone? Where are you?
Well, it don't hit either way.
Okay.
No, I will. I'm gonna stay where I am because I'm furthest away from it, right? Okay, so I'll stay where I am, and then since I don't hit with my rapier, I'm gonna try to hit it with my dagger.
Oh, nice. So you have your dagger in the offhand. Excellent roll. 26 hits. So roll damage, but we subtract the dex because you don't have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So that's technically only 1. Sorry. Slash out
he's
with
within
the dagger.
5 feet, so I still get my sneak, right?
Yes. This is what I wanted to see. Thank you. And once again, Thinnea Hallowwhisper jams her dagger right into the side of this thing's head, and it like rolls over, crashing into like the railing and slumping down into a heap on the ground.
And
Hallowwhisper, we should call her. Yep.
I'm gonna take my dagger and wipe the blood off on my gown, and then shake my gown so it's clean. And then I am gonna pick up a tooth, and I'm gonna add it to my necklace.
Oh, excellent.
I'll reach over. He's still Tone's still hanging, right, from the thing.
No, I was up. I was
Oh,
fighting.
you're up. Okay, I'll just walk over to him and be like, "You actually fight well when you enter the fray, buddy."
Wow, thank you for giving me the most backhanded compliment ever. Really appreciate it. At any rate, we might want to get out of here, considering that where that one came from, more will probably follow, and I don't want to stay in the same place for too long. I don't want to wake up these early birds too much, but I think your blinding gleam of white light might have done that for us.
I just need to finish up a little resting, and I'll be ready to go.
Okay, do you have light?
Yeah, I do.
Can you cast it on a stone or something for me if we're gonna hang out here? Just in
Sure.
case.
I'll cast light on a stone for Thinnea.
Thank you.
No.
And everybody just kept sleeping.
No,
I mean,
heavy sleep.
you didn't wake us up. I don't know what to tell you.
It's true. Nobody did wake them up.
I thought the light
Shell's
was
just
woken him up.
sprawled out, tongue hanging out of his mouth.
And just to throw it out there, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I'm sleeping, so I'll give you some advice when I wake up.
I'm so. I want to. We're here. This would be the most fun with Sarah. I want to take the dead body, and who do I want to do it to? I want to curl it around somebody's sleeping form, like it's cuddling them.
Weekend at Bernie
He does
style.
Oh, no,
definitely, awake.
Ugat,
She
Ugat.
woke up in the
Ugat, yeah.
midst of that.
My poor son.
So you drag the dead Hakuva over and lay it down next to poor little Ugat and sprawl its arms around it.
And I'm gonna put its hand on his book to make it seem like he's trying to steal it.
I love it. This poor fucking guy can't catch a break. So yes, you put the hand on the book. Okay. Poe, you go situate yourself again and slip back into your shell to sleep for a few more hours. Ryeth, you're the first to wake up as the dreams haunt you in your sleep. You were exhausted. You spent most of the night without flinching, and you don't remember most of what you dreamed, but you definitely wake up with this voice of this woman who might have been your mother, if only for a moment, screaming in your mind, Ryeth! And you see the form of Sarah falling, plummeting with the Death Knight next to her. And your eyes snap to consciousness as you wake up laying on the stone floor.
Oh, God. Oh, what a terrible dreams. Oh, man. I wish it was just a dream. Wait, what's going on? I guess I'm the first one awake. All right. Wait, what the fuck is that?
You look over and see one of the dead Hukuvas laying against the wall with its arm wrapped around Ugat and one hand on its back.
Oh my God, I'm not.
It's Thinnea.
You would not believe this, Ryeth. These Hukuvas, these things that we had before. I feel like they can detect magical objects or something because they crawled up here. They tried to grab Ugat's bag. You know what? I feel like when he had that book stolen before, it might have been one of those things that like creeped in the middle of the night, like tried to grab it. Maybe like one of us chased it off without realizing it. I mean, we were up, we took care of it, but I mean, as a sorcerer, you better watch out with your magical items. Seems like we've got things that are sniffing them out.
Yeah, we killed 5 of them, but this one we just thought it was appropriate to leave just as a warning.
So I guess on point A, you do know, Tone, that like saw that whole thing go down, and like I know what you were trying to do, and I saw you try to trick him, and okay, anyways, yeah, whatever, bullshit. Secondly, what? You guys got attacked? Why didn't you wake us up? We could have all helped you out. I mean, I guess
you most of all needed some time to rest emotionally and physically. The reason why there's 7 of us, we took care of it. Poe woke up to help out a little bit, and also kind of insult me at the same time. But
it took 1 arrow. I got all of them just like right in a line. It was no big deal. So we really care about you, and we just wanted you to get some sleep, buddy.
Yeah, how are you doing, buddy? Is everything okay?
How are you doing, bud?
This is just too much, man. I'm gonna go cook breakfast or something. We should wake everyone else up. I don't know, man. Jeez.
No fires, you hear, as like Gita like stands from behind you. And with that, like she kind of like snickers at you, Ton and Thinnea, and then you see her nudge the goblin with her foot. Like even her stoic ass, she just can't resist, you know. She pokes him with her foot, and all of a sudden you see him go like his eyes go slowly, and like he feels his weight on him, and he's like, "What is it?" He starts screaming and like throws a dead body off, like, "It's that thing! It's thief! It's thieving dead thing! It's thieving dead thing! Smart guy! Where's my book? Where's my book?" He starts like heaving through the thing, like, oh, that was close. That was real close call. This dead thing steal my book, and he starts like just smashing it while it's like lying on the ground. And he takes the book and just starts like cracking it on the head, like, "Stupid dead thing! I hate this place. Ugat hate this place even worse than he hates Slave House." Ugh. Like he like gets up and like walks a few feet away from the dead thing, like, "He smell worse than me."
Well, my friend, if we keep moving away from here, we won't have to face these things again, all right? But just keep your stuff tucked away. If you need any of us to hold on to anything in the meantime, you know, divide your possessions among a lot of people. If you happen to get mugged, that means that you won't lose out on as much. But yeah, we fought them off single-handedly. They were coming for you, buddy.
5 of them.
5
7.
of them.
Ugat no like elves, but like you. You take my things, I bite your nose off face. You don't take my things, we be real good friends.
That's a fair deal.
Do you think that he might be a good father to you?
Oh no, he father?
Not like
No, I'm not. No, not like that. Nothing happened. We just killed things in the night. That was it.
we just had
God, understands more than you think.
thing. It's fine.
Ugat gets what happened with you two.
No.
Dark Cave. Killed that thing even better. Ugat's just like, it's not so bad. Ugat wants mother happy, he says. Just like shrugs, like, nice to have you, elf dad.
I'll offer to Thinnea, like, on the bright side, this means I can get his book, maybe. Maybe he'll leave me in his will.
I wasn't going for anything else.
He just kind of shrugs, like,
A lot of night.
now. Okay.
A lot of nighttime slaying, huh?
Oh,
I swear, if you heard any noises happening, it was from the slaying and nothing else.
Ugat think maybe it from the laying. So
Man's gonna take out an entire bottle of wine and cork it and just start chugging it.
Yeah, Thinnea is like, well, time to self-medicate. Let's get going. And starts like pounding wine as you got like practice book, and Gita like just chuckling to herself, like catches your gaze, Ryeth, and like her smile just like falls, and she looks stern again, kind of like frowns at you, and then turns, puts her back to you. As she like looks down the staircase, like, tell me when you are ready. We go find this Leech. Get my answers.
Oh, and we also wake up Shael. We should probably say that as well.
I think it's screaming goblin woke everybody up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So Poe is kind of wreathed in blue, like light for what, and yawns and kind of gets up and puts on his bag and gets ready to go.
Okay.
Nighttime slaying.
Slaying. So you guys can prepare your spells, which only Poe has to do, and that's it. You're ready.
Cool. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna go over to Thinnea and be like, I think I got an idea for our little problem around here, and cast light on a couple arrows in her quiver.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And then also cast mage armor. I'll throw that out there.
On yourself.
On myself. Yeah.
Right, figured. Okay, just clarifying. Okay, cool. So you throw light on a few of the arrows in her quiver, and this light begins to like glow out of your quiver, Thinnea.
Awesome. Is how long does that last for?
An hour.
1 hour.
Okay.
But I can
Great.
just, it's a cantrip. I can just keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll go over to Tone and be like, dude, like, that was awesome last night. This is so, if anything comes up today, we're good, man. And
How
I
many
cast-
people were involved in this?
And I cast guidance
Speak
on it.
explicitly from now on and not in euphemism so people don't get the wrong idea.
What you got last night?
Oh. You did say you were looking to add some romance to the characters after we got out of here, so
Oh my god.
you and Poe, that's my vote.
You could do today. Yeah.
But
Oh,
anyway,
God.
he's guidanced.
Wait, who's guidance?
I am.
Tone.
Okay.
I'll basically just keep casting it for minute after minute until Tone does something cool.
You just following him around.
Shit.
Yeah,
be
basically,
very
I'm just gonna
cute.
keep following him around.
Blessings are Deimos and Phobos on you, Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, Edgar is like following you around, praying after you, Tom.
God, I hate the religious ones.
And so Gita's kind of like taking you all in, like, you are ready, then, huh? You're ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So when I look over to Poe, and like I've had a lot of personal conversations with him at this point, do I understand like that he has a split personality? Or why?
I mean, yeah,
Well-
you're starting to get the impression that there's distinctly two different versions of him. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you could talk to him about it.
And he's told me a little bit about it, and then I walked away.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the one I want to talk to it about.
Yeah.
So I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the one. And so Gita then like takes the lead again, draws her sword, and she's just like, okay. She says, that was good spotting last night, you two. Caught something early. Count on you to catch the rest before they find us. And so she begins descending very gingerly, lightly, stepping step to step. And so you guys go. And you descend these wooden stairs, creaking, and many of them missing guardrails. At points, you guys have to jump over gaps broken in the wooden scaffolding. there's definitely frightening moments for each of you where you step on a board weak underneath your foot, like begins to crack, and you pull back, or you step forward quickly or pull back to where you were. And you guys are all kind of like looking out for each other. There's a point where like Gita grabs you by the back of the shell, GreyThorne shell, as like one of these beams starts like cracking underneath you, and she like pulls you back, and you're able to step over the open space. And so over the course of about an hour and a half to 2 hours, you guys descend a bit further, and finally you get before the hour and a half, within about 25 minutes, half an hour, you get to the next like sort of alcove, like the one that you entered. And she says, this seems like it would be the way. She says, I do not think that the wood will carry much further down. And so she begins to head into like this alcove, and there's essentially like a stone hallway. Now you could see like placed stone. This is like very seemingly like a built hall, a manufactured place. This is not like a natural cavern that you're moving through. And you can see it's square, and there's flagstones in the ground. There's all this sort of like moss and vegetation on the walls within this sort of sphere of light that's traveling with you, from the light diffusing up out of Thinnea Hallowwhisper's quiver. And as you guys proceed further, you bring yourself to finally another set of stairs, stone steps descending. And so here we are on the map. Top left, you guys are on.
Who's that guy down there?
And so as you guys bring yourself down this staircase, you see this curving wall out in front of you, and there's these patches of mushrooms and kind of like vegetation on the ground in front of you, and you hear a stern call, and you see a figure like step out in front of what looks like a bars behind him, with all these plants and this foliage kind of growing and hanging. This scrappy looking fellow with this black beard, and he's wearing like tattered, old, decrepit leather armor, and kind of ratty clothes falling apart around him. You could see like his shoes look like barely held on by ropes, but he does have a decent blade. So as you guys approach, coming down the staircase, he shouts out to you, and you see him step forward like, "Who goes there? You there! Stop and name yourselves."
You first.
He says, "I'm one of 25, God damn it. Now speak quick before I call
me
to the
0 or
next."
25.
We're one of 100.
Do you think I don't know where I am, you damned elf? He says, "All of you are running for your lives, and I know it, and you'll end them here. I'll put the end to your lives right here. Now,
Were you
talk."
guys running?
He starts backing up.
Ooh, that's
I'm
not.
gonna pull out my bow and arrow.
Okay. As you start to reach for your bow and arrow, he opens the gate behind him. You guys want to roll initiative?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good time.
Okay.
Click on your tokens, everyone.
Yeah, click your tokens, click your tokens, click your tokens.
I'm gonna double
When I
click
click
my
my-
token.
I think my AC. Oh, great. One better than
Ooh, 14. That's like my first one above 10 the entire game we've played. No, like realistically, we'll go back and watch. You'll see.
You've become stone cold from all of the things, and now you're just
Exactly.
fast and ready to murder.
No hesitation.
I don't know. I got a bit of hesitation to rushing in. That didn't work out so well.
I want you to just like have an emotional breakdown and just lightning dive 40 times.
Okay, 23, Thinnea Hallowwhisper, you're up. Gita is like looking like panicked for a second, like, wait! What do you want to do? 23.
I'll have my bow and arrow ready, and then I'm gonna ask her if she wants me to shoot at him.
She shakes her head like, no, don't do it.
So the gate is like steel, right?
Yeah, iron or whatever, right? Rusted metal, yeah.
Um,
And he just like pushed it open behind him, right? He's like standing in front of it, like.
okay. I'm gonna purposely aim, like, since there's no like wood or anything near him, like at his feet, and tell him to stop.
Okay, and he just calls out to you, like he just yells back, like, you sure ask for a lot for invaders. Okay, so that's it. That's your turn, Thinnea. Poe.
I am going to prepare a spell and then hold. Can I prepare a spell and then hold my turn? My turn for after Gita.
You can like ready your action for what after Gita.
Yeah,
right?
but can it be a spell or does it?
Yeah. It can be a spell.
Yeah. I'll ready an action and I'll wait until Gita does something.
Okay, you're waiting until Gita does something. What is it that you want to do afterwards?
I'm gonna probably. I'm gonna make the decision at that point, but I'm readying guiding bolt.
Okay, technically we're supposed to like lay it all out, but okay, a guiding bolt.
Yeah. Wait. So what do we need to lay out?
Just exactly that you're going to guiding bolt after Gita, whatever.
Unless
Ryeth,
Gita confirms he's a friend, and then I'm not.
Got it.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna shout out to him and be like, "Wait, we seek the Leech. We didn't mean to come as trespassers. We just didn't get our invitations." Is that persuasion?
Sure. Yeah, roll.
I'm gonna use then my little trinket, so I'll have advantage on this.
Search of Winky.
So
So you
that's
throw a wink at him with
Nice.
advantage 20
20?
persuasion. Okay. And so he's standing in the doorway. He's just like, what do you want? What are you looking for the Leech for? Because you found him. And he won't let you leave this place if you don't ask nicely.
We seek to have an open conversation. Maybe my friend here, Gita, can extrapolate a little bit more.
I'm such a jerk. I never rolled Gita's initiative, which is why she hasn't gone yet. And so, yes, on 12, as he goes, Gita steps forward, and she's just like, she says, tell your Leech that I have come, that I bring a secret, a treasure, and blood, in payment for one answer that I need from him. I am Gita of the Bree, oath sworn to the old ones, servant of the green. And so he kind of like at 12 like nods, and he seems like hesitant for a minute, and so he looks at the rest of you. Tone, you go on 8 as he like steps over to the side of the cage, and he just says, like, he stops once Gita says all this. He stops. He was clearly about to like step back in and pull the cage closed in front of him, and now standing at the door, he looks at all of you like, does she speak for all of you? You swear to hold your swords while you're here. Make your deal.
I guess I'll look towards everyone else as I'll like very blatantly sheathe my katana as if to say like, and I'll put my hands up and I'll do a little wavy thing to signify that I'm not going to be doing anything dicey. Then I'll look back to him.
Yeah, I won't unsheath my sword, I promise. And then I'll whisper to him, I don't have a sword. Whoever's next to me.
Okay, Shael, are you doing anything crazy?
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't seem like we're going to fight this guy. So Shell's just kind of like, oh, I don't got to do anything? Okay.
Man, you guys are all on the same page. I really thought that was going to go to shit much faster. Okay. Way to work together. And so as he sees now this is all happening, he just kind of like looks to Gita and he says, I will go inform him. Here. Like he steps back into this room and gestures. Like, you can wait here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go.
Let's go, guys.
Whee!
Ugat's following, like, this no seem like such a great idea. Gita's like, shut up, goblin. And so you
I
guys
say
come
get
in.
a room, you two.
You guys come in, and he slams this gate closed and clinks it, locking it. Ka-dink. And he just looks at all of you like, you all wait here. I will go inform the Leech that you've arrived and tell him what you've brought in offerage. So he comes over here, opening this gate, stepping through the other side, slamming it closed on you.
So as he
I have a
slams it-
question.
Go for it.
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Are there any cameras or ravens down here?
You don't see any ravens. There's definitely no ravens.
I throw out some
Great
feed
point.
just in
Yeah.
case.
Okay.
As you throw out the super bland crow food for which you are known to Goodheart, none appear. So you're pretty sure there's got to be none here. If anybody could find them, it would be you. And so as
I
he
wanna,
clangs close the gate on the other side, looking at you, and all of you realize you are now locked in some kind of area with bars on either side, and he's staring at you like backing up down the stairs. He turns and he cuts out. Oops, that's the gate, not him. He turns and he cuts out over here on this like left side or on the right side of the stairs. Oops, get over here, guy.
He closed both doors, right? Or did he
Yep.
leave? Oh, yeah. Okay.
He sure did, and he locks this other one next to you. Holy shit!
So I want to move to there, and I want to detect traps, and that is my radius, I believe.
Click detect traps for me, please.
Yeah. Yep. In line of sight, so anything I can see in that, obviously.
You don't learn the location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature of danger posed by a trap you sense. You detect a trap.
And it's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That was appropriate. Yeah.
It's a dragged to death by a motorcycle trap. You detect a trap, a false floor within range.
Oh shit.
Don't move anyone. There's a false floor somewhere around here.
And so this guy kind of steps out of sight, and you guys are standing here for a moment with nothing but yourselves. And I think now's the perfect time to take our break.
Yay! Oh,
Okay,
new break stuff.
cool.
I got break stuff.
Break stuff! I love to break stuff,
We're gonna
like
break
PC's
stuff.
hearts. Yeah.
Kit Kat bars.
And so with that, I will be right back because I'm going to take my dog out.
Okay, do your thing.
Good.
So we're gonna take a
Talk
10-minute
amongst
break.
yourselves.
Yeah, Taryn, go for it. So one thing I wanted to announce at the beginning of this is we gained affiliate status on Twitch. So people we've got different subscription levels. There's a $5, $10, $25 level. We've got custom emotes in there. Those will be updated as we get new artwork for the site. In addition, there will be some sort of a paywall for our archive. We just don't know what that's going to look like yet. So for now, we're going to do our best to grandfather in you guys who have been here from the very beginning. But at some point, please, subscribe in any of those ranges. Help support us, and there will be benefits as we grow this channel out. In addition, we're going to be adding new shows in the next few months. Rich and I are going to do an RPG recap show where we're going to talk about other Twitch streams that we like each week, and point you guys in the direction of other really, really good, good D&D shows or other tabletop role-playing game shows. So we're going to have that show as well as an RPG book club where we're going to read books and then play in those worlds. So as all of this content comes, the subscription may start paying dividends. In addition, we can start receiving cheers, which are basically like little tips. So if you like what we're doing, throw us a couple cheers here and there, or bits, or whatever the heck Twitch calls them. I'm still new to this. I'm such a YouTuber. I don't know. I'm an old guy, but we've got all of that stuff for you guys. So if you feel like helping us out, thank you very much. In addition to all that, in the next month, we'll have a Patreon set up where we'll have specific patron-only shows and that sort of stuff. So keep your eye out for that stuff. But yeah, big fun stuff happening here.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. And we'll pay certain tips if you're team Tone and Thinnea or Tone and Poe. Who do you want to ship together moving forward?
Pone.
Can we set a vote like that? Like,
set a straw poll going?
I'm about to make 500 accounts.
Pone is definitely the more suggestive name, I think.
Oh, we just got 100 cheers from Imagination Studio, I believe. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Our first cheers. We'll have to take a screen grab of that and frame it for good luck or something. I don't know. But thank you very much. Yeah, so what have you been up to, Mike? I know we usually talk Survivor and stuff, but what's going on in your life?
Outside of podcasts and reporting, not too much, but that keeps me nice and occupied. I'm a busy bee, but the honey is sweet, so I guess I can't complain too much.
Sweet honey. Yeah, and Alan, how's the video game streaming going? Got anything Pokken tournament going on? Have you been kicking ass with Charizard?
No, I'm Decidueye all the way, man.
Oh, Decidueye, okay.
Birdman. No, not too much. I haven't been streaming as much as I want to be, but I'm gonna be getting it going again. Just been busy mulling around. It was my girlfriend's birthday this weekend, so we did that.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, I let her know. She's a
happy birthday.
She went. She was right here.
What did you guys do for the birthday?
She went with her friends to a venue. We haven't actually done anything yet. We're waiting on some stuff to line up.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just rudely interrupted Mike. What's up?
That's fine. I was gonna say that I watched a good portion of Abrea before the campamping.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say it's weird to see you guys play different people. I've gotten used to, even before the campaign started, to these characters, to see you playing completely different people. Even Ryeth has a sort of a connection to his, or Alex has a connection to his character, between the two campaigns. But it's odd to see. I mean, John particularly, you went from a turtle to a halfling, is it?
I'm a gnome, a tinker gnome druid. Yeah. It's crazy.
I love it though.
It's so much fun because, and for all you guys who love D&D, I'm sure you've experienced this, but when you create a character, there's an essence to it, right? And just I thought it would be harder to switch between Poe, who is super type A and then super mellow, this dual personality, to this mad scientist tinker gnome. But it's so once you've defined it in your brain, it's just fun to kind of do that sort of thing. We'll have to get you on more streams, Mike, and you can experiment with different characters.
Yeah.
I always love to do that.
I think it's hilarious that we've got the Ryeth Valerian thing is really funny to me, because it's this naive kid and then this just massive hulking warrior dude. It's such a change when we get into the scenes. Are you enjoying did you like it in general, Mike?
Yeah, I liked it. It's definitely different. Obviously we have more of an overarching thing to accomplish. You guys, it's more for making the video game comparison, it's more of a sandbox, right? Yep. It's more of where do you want to go today? What do you want to do? Whereas for us, definitely a little bit more linear. So it has, its benefits and drawbacks in each way, but it's fun to see you guys sort of play into the open world, especially because I would say that overall, you 5 are generally, I feel skew more towards the negative side of, or the evil side of everything. Whereas we have a nice mixture here of those that are good-hearted, not to be confused with Tone good-hearted, and those that are just completely immoral and out for themselves.
Yeah, like Tone Goodheart.
Yeah.
Tone Goodheart, essentially. It was essentially a game full of 5 Tone Goodhearts who are very brawny. So it's been fun to watch.
There are a couple of real scoundrels in that crew. I mean, it's fascinating. They are definite hooligans. Yep.
I'm a pirate, and we're taking over the ship I bet on. So fuck that cat.
Cool.
I've been wanting to steal a pirate ship since I started playing D&D. That's been like my number
That's
one
your
goal.
one goal.
Yeah.
It is actually. It's true. I can attest to that because I've played D&D since he started with him. And yes,
And the funniest thing
got
is this
close.
isn't like I wasn't the one who came up with this whole like
Nope.
let's steal a pirate ship. So it's like so great. It's fortuitous.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll leave it to you, Rich. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, we'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Excellent. You guys can sneak away. Hey, that's
Hey.
quite a dinner that you cooked up, Thinnea. The Entomans. Yeah, so they were talking about the Valerian Ryeth dynamic, and I really do like it. Like, I just wanted to tell you, Alex, we haven't connected since the session last week,
Yeah.
but I love Valerian. Like, just
Okay,
the little
cool.
bit we saw of him so far,
Cool.
this Valerian, man, he's perfect. Yeah,
Awesome,
I really do
awesome.
love him. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's always like a character I've had in mind. I think, yeah. I mean, being able to be a 9th level paladin, and like with the stuff I have, it's a shit ton of fun to play. You know, it's fun to play a dude that's like just basically grown up in the Feywilds, and then like he just comes into this port town and he has no idea about manners and socialization. You know, he's just
Yep.
like acting pure instinct.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I wanted to play the first half giant of Abrea, but yeah, I'm excited. I've been having a good time with it.
It's great. And yeah, I mean, for those of you out there watching and listening to us, we went with 9th level characters for the before the campaign game. I've been playing D&D for a long time. I've played at a lot of different levels. I've run high level games, low level games, but over 30 years of playing D&D, the vast majority of games kind of inherently skew that like 1 to 5th level, right? That 1st to 5th level run, and then campaigns peter off and they die and people go their separate ways. And so for me, I'm always very willing to jump in at like high levels of play, right? And to say like, yeah, make a bunch of your 9th level characters. And because I like players that have options, right? This is a thing you can see in the kind of house rules, the way I educate things, the way that I set up Abrea itself, the whole structure of character creation in this particular world. I like it when you guys have a plentiful amount of choices in front of you, because it complicates everything and it makes every choice so hard, and it just is great. And so I've been enjoying that as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's very true. Like the point that you hit on, that of all the games I played, generally like around 5th level is like, okay, whatever the subset adventure you've had, you've probably now like either run away from or killed whatever great evil that's been created in the campaign. And then then after that, it's kind of like, oh, what are we gonna do now? I don't know. And that's things get it's fun to like start out there and then see it grow from there.
Yep, I'm excited to see to run this thing for a while. It'll be a trip. Okay, cool. We are regrouped, it appears.
Ta-da.
We have a quorum. Okay, let's stop the clock. Get rid of that thing.
Stop the clock! Stop the clock!
Did we beat it?
We were exactly at 0.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's good.
The timing.
Good time. Okay.
Okay, cool. So, you guys have a few moments that you're together alone in this chamber. Poe calls to the magic of Deimos and Phobos as they grant him
My boys.
this gift.
And girls.
Yeah, and so they are able to identify to you that there is, in fact, a trap in this place. Where, hard to say, but there is a false floor somewhere within 120 feet of you.
So yeah, guys, there's a false floor. We can see it, and it's within like 120 feet of us, but I don't know exactly where it is. Oh, no, wait.
What if it was back there?
Maybe we missed it.
I'd say look down.
Can I roll like
I look down.
perception or something to like see if, just because mine is so crazy high, to see if I can see anything around us that might be?
Yeah,
Can
are
I
you,
help her with
searching
that?
for the trap?
Yeah, but without moving.
That's fine. It's an investigation roll, though, as you look for the traps, right? Your perception is like your general awareness. Investigation, like you're looking for something, right?
Don't worry, my investigation's a 7, my perception's a 5, so we're fine.
Good.
Oh,
Oh,
Shit, as
God.
you roll a 10.
Yeah, there you go.
I deserve that.
Don't
I
worry,
deserve
guys. It's all going to be fine.
you did say you were helping, Paul, and
I did.
so like I presume that you're also like calling her attention to other areas and yelling like, "What about over there?"
Yep.
And so yes, with a 15, Thinnea, as you're looking around, you are relatively confident it is not in this room with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And so as you guys are kind of doing this searching around, you hear the sound of footsteps, heavy, booted, sound of metal clacking on stone, ka-tunk, 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 and into sight from below, coming up the stairs, you see a pair of people. One of them very similarly dressed to the first man that let you in, a real rough-looking fellow wearing he's wearing splint mail armor, a little heavier than what the first was wearing, but tattered, ratty, covered in mud, blood, rust, the grime of living in this cave beneath the ground, whatever foulness its former user left on it, probably when they were dead wearing this armor that was pried off. That's the impression you get as you look at this guy. But the person next to him, it's a far more fascinating figure, extraordinarily different looking. You see in the glimmer of like the light coming out of Thinnea's quiver, this shine on his face as you realize he's wearing a mask. It's a mask that is almost bronze or brass in color, but worn and rusted and dirty and filthy. And he's wearing black kind of tight robes wrapped around himself, a tunic, and you could see like a scarf that's bound itself around a shoulder pad. And as he approaches, and you see two of his arms reach up and grab the bars, and he leans in towards them, the mask coming closer towards you, you realize he has a smaller second set of arms jutting off of his ribs. And so this individual, this masked figure with his forearms and this ratty kind of thug standing next to him approach the gate. And the masked figure just calls out to you in this deep, resonant voice from behind the mask. You come for the Leech. You bear blood and secrets. You bring treasure. But what would you know of him? And so Gita kind of steps forward in front of you. And she calls out loudly, with confidence. She says, I have come seeking the location of something in this place. I hear that this is the Leech's specialty. True? And the masked figure with no words just nods twice. What gifts, then? What treasure? What blood? And so she like glances, looking at like all of you, taking you in quickly.
No.
She reaches to like her belt, and you see her. She pulls up like one small pouch from her belt, holding it up, and unties the drawstring slowly, deliberately in front, turning it upside down and dumping it. And you see a clattering of what look like pearls, small, white, gleaming in her hand. She holds them up. She says, these were gathered from the elemental plane of water. They are pearls of the purest make. They are used in powerful magics. They are not to be found anywhere on the soils of Abrea or beneath its oceans. Truly a treasure which deserves a gift in return. And the master just kind of nods again. What of the blood? And she says, I would speak with your master first. I have not come to barter with lackeys. You hear this kind of like chuckling from behind the mask. Lackeys. Do you others speak? Who are the rest? You! And two of the arms point up at once, the ones on the right side, one pointing at Poe, one pointing at Shael. And you! We have not seen your type here before.
I get that a lot.
What
Hey,
on?
dude. If you want blood, and I like reach into my bag to grab a spell scroll to give him, and I pull it out. I'm like, this scroll might get you blood.
It tilts its head at you, and the lower of the two arms like juts through the bars, extending itself like. And then he just says, "Bring it to me, then."
Am I gonna fall through the floor, dude, if I move toward you in any way? I'm sensing false panels here, and that's not something I really want to go through today. It's been a really long week.
You're a clever one.
Yeah, you know.
You are safe in the
Okay, then I will then walk forward. Actually, I'll walk forward a little bit, and then it'll dawn on me. Hey, Ryeth, mage hand, please?
I'm probably not going to cast any magic for a second while they're
Okay.
looking at me.
That is a good decision.
Okay, then I'll walk down the stairs. He's
Are
gonna
you
hurt.
scared, strange one?
Well, you're a scary dude. And then I'll reach out and hand him the scroll.
If only you knew. And it like snatches the scroll from you, pulling it like back through greedily, unfurling it. What is the scroll?
Scroll of Hallow.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
He's like, quite a thing to part with.
Well, we're in a lot of trouble, and we really need to get out of this place without being seen.
Yes, I imagine you would like that very much. How did you know you could come here and remain unseen?
I kind of turn back and look at Gita.
I have my ways. Just as I know the name of the Lord in this hall, whatever you would call it. Just how I know what I know is of no meaning to you, masked one. I have come for answers. I have showed you my treasure. You can smell the blood. My secret is for only the Leech. Now can we pass, or will you keep us locked in here? She like stands at the top of the stairs behind you, and he's just like, "What is your rush? Hold your patience. Would you return to the surface so quickly? To the death knights that hunt you, the wyverns in the sky, chimerians, fen ravens. This is only death awaits you above. At least here you have some assurance of safety." And she's just like, "I am not here for safety. I did not enter Chimerian's gambit expecting safety." He says, "Very well. Bide your patience. I will return." And he like begins to walk away over to this side, stepping off the stairs. And so leaving this one guy here kind of watching you, and he's looking at you oddly, Edgar, like, "I've never seen anything like you before."
As my friend says, I get that a lot.
You shouldn't have come here. It was a bad choice.
Wait,
Got
Too
that
late
all
now.
out too. Wasn't really a joke.
Okay, and so you guys sit for a moment, and then you hear like a whistle like kind of ring through the place, and he like turns his head and nods like, "Well, looks like it's your lucky day." He like pulls a key out of his belt, like unlocking the lock and opening the gate, and like stepping to the side, like, "Come on in."
Is there a specific way I should enter? Maybe to the left or the right? Like I said, I'm sensing some like panels that may fall out from under
Come
my
down over
feet.
this way.
Just follow in
Right
his
here.
exact footsteps.
Okay,
Right here.
I attempt
Yeah.
to follow in his exact footsteps.
He's telling you to come over here.
Okay, I go over there.
Goodheart like comes like walking right down the stairs like, "This really seems like terrible idea."
Shut up. No.
You got a better one, you got?
Oh no, definitely no ideas. No.
Why don't you offer them your book? Maybe they'll be happy with that treasure.
You shut up, Dad. So, yeah. She like steps down over here at the edge. With this one, the masked one, like you see, like step out of a hallway over here on the other side of the room, and he comes like walking around. You see him walk like far around the room, all the way down here by this table, this way, and then up around back here by the statues to this side. And he gestures at you, two of the arms in unison, like, "You will have your come. My master waits."
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll follow the same way that he went, right?
Just follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, walk this way.
Walk. What he says. Okay, you guys are all moving your tokens. So he walks all the way down by these tables. And you can see now as you come down near these tables, a large pile of bones. Some of them look like humanoid, at least. As you come past this table here, you see many implements of terrible fucking torture and bloodstains all over the table and the floor next to it. And at this table is a candle with a couple of books on it, one of which is open. Puddle here in the corner of the room. And so the masked one like leads you all the kind of way around to these stairs.
Wait. Can I, as I'm passing by the table, can I make a sleight of hand check to try to grab one of these papers?
I'm gonna help him.
How do you help him?
I don't know, if he is loud or fuck something up, then I'll make a distraction.
And
Got
I'll
it.
cast guidance on him.
Perfect.
It's a
You can add a
mischievous.
D4
So
if
good.
you
I'll need that guidance.
You do
D4.
get the help of Thinnea blocking for you. So 18 plus 2 is 20. Yeah, you're able to snatch up one of the books. They're whole books, right? Not like sheets of paper. But so absolutely, you're able to like grab up one of these books right there. The one that was not open, right? Much less conspicuous. And it
And
vanishes into
I'll
the
put it in. I'll hand it to Thinnea to put in her bag of holding.
Even better.
And I'll give him a low 5 as we do it.
Oh, sure. All inconspicuous, but now you're going to blow the game.
The mom and dad crew.
Two people can't just low 5 for no reason.
I guess they can. Absolutely.
Can we,
They can.
can we get who got in on this?
Mom and Dad could definitely. No, who got scared shitless? He's not paying attention to anything that's happening. He's definitely just like, I don't like this. So yeah, the master is like standing here up these stairs or down these stairs, a couple of steps down. Like, what are you waiting for? Made quite a trip here.
I'm gonna
My
buddy
master.
system with Shael from here on in. I am never more than 5 feet away from him.
Do you want to be on my left or my right? Do we want our tokens to face each other or away?
I think face back to back sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, still following.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
As you guys make your way up into this room, right? Gita like stepping out in front here. The masked one stops at the top of the stairs, and you step into this long, narrow kind of hall of stone. And a few things catch your eye immediately. Sitting in a stone throne on the far end of the room, with a chest next to him and a pile of coins and gold, and you could see the shining, gleaming silver steel of some daggers, short swords lying in the pile next to him, is a wretched, hideous-looking man. His face, it's almost impossible to take any detail from as you look more closely, taking it in. And he sits topless with these almost rags wrapped around his waist, and you could see that his one leg is massive and swollen, rotting, and you hear a soft buzzing sound as you step into the room, and you realize it's a massive cloud of flies that are kind of attached and swarming around the festering like sores of this man's left leg. And he's gaunt, skinny, though not seemingly undead necessarily. None of his bones are exposed or anything like that. He seems like he's alive, despite this horrible, rancid, rotting leg attached to his body. And he kind of leans back casually in this large stone chair. And you can see off to the left of it a familiar face. A woman that you met early on at your time here at the Gambit. One woman named Kyron Thesk. Somebody Shael knew from his days in the Onyx Dynasty. For she, like he, was a warlock forced to take an oath and serve Malistrix, the Defiler. And so she's like literally like on the ground, like sitting on her butt, with this chain coming down to like behind her hands. You can see her arms are like behind her back. And this fellow who let you in is standing here out in front. The masked one stops in the corner. Here to your right, as soon as you come in, is this hulking statue made of clay, which is very reminiscent of one that you saw at your first days in the Gambit before you were released in the training day. There was a similar kind of golem in the training area, and Dogan the Minotaur fought with it, actually, if you recall. And so, yeah, there's this golem made of clay in the side of the room. Kyron Thesk chained to the throne, and this being who you can only assume is the Leech, with his rotting legs sitting in the chair taking you in. And in the center of the room are these circles that look very much arcane in nature, runes carved and etched into these circular plates of stone wedged into the floor, and blood stains, both fresh and old.
So I think I know what that is. Can I make an Arcana check just to verify?
Sure.
It's not so good.
Tell me what you think it is.
I think it's a sacrificial altar.
I mean, sure. Yeah. And so, yeah, the masked one stops at the top of the stairs like, I'll give you the Leech. Present your offer. And Gita like turns looking back at you, and he's like gesturing for the rest of you to step into the room.
I'm going to stick with Shell.
And so boldly, she kind of like walks up here, even with the altar, like glancing down with this bit of a sneer as her nose wrinkles, looking at this like space next to her. She looks to the Leech in the chair across, like, you know why I have come. Your lackeys have told you. And the being in the chair just kind of nods and smiles. And as it does, these wretched teeth yellow and green, broken and shattered, some of them rotting, like the leg attached to his body, kind of glimmering the light back at you. But he says no words. And she says, I seek the tree of Skaden which moves, the ancient one which holds within it the secret. You know where this is. How, I cannot say, but I am told again and again that the Leech knows where everything in Skaden is. So, I have brought treasure, blood, and secret, an offer of trade. For I am told that while you are hideous to behold, that you stick to your deals. And at this point, the thing in the chair, the Leech, just kind of chuckles, this wet, like, yes, I hold my deals. What else do I have here in the bowels of this place? Decades, I've made deals with those like you who come to play Chimerion's games. But deals will wait. First, I would know these who came with you. For Gita, the green, oaths to the old ones is of little interest. You, green ones, come closer. And he like gestures towards you. Be not afraid.
I'm gonna go. Oh, fuck me sideways. The stress. How much closer do I want to get? I want to get.
I'll stand next to Gita. Why not?
I mean, I think you want. All right.
I have
I'll
nothing
come.
to lose.
I'll definitely come up to like in front of Gita.
Oh, okay.
Following my buddy as usual.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Tone and just very quietly say, remember that we have to keep the turtles alive.
Oh shit, look at Ryeth getting all up in there.
Wow, we're clumped.
So,
I just wanted to be close to other cannon fodder.
TPK
good
time.
choice. You never
Especially
went
right out
alone.
in front instead of cannon fodder.
Well, that's yeah.
I think the code there is I felt way too close to the golem. So,
Yes, exactly what it was.
I know. So, the Leech like looking over at the two of you like, I've heard of your type before. You were supposedly dead. So how is it that there's two of you here?
I'm alive.
Yeah, where did you hear that we were dead?
Come on, man.
Legends, rumors, myths.
Can't believe everything you read on the internet, Leech.
What the hell is the internet?
Well,
Someone your age wouldn't understand.
nailed it, you filthy millennials. So he's just kind of like, well, it's quite a treat to have you here with us. Yes.
Treat like you're happy to have us, or treat like yummy, tasty treat?
Well, I don't know. Do you taste good?
No.
I think I
Oh,
should.
no.
Horrid.
It's all fat, no meat.
I'll take your word for it. And he kind of like looks past you two at the elf and Thinnea, like, noble lady. Not the
I'll give a
first of
grand
yours to
curtsy.
come. This is not the first of yours to come, servant of Chimerion. Do you think your lord is proud of you?
I've murdered quite a few people. I'm pretty sure he's doing okay with me. I'm getting an A+ right now.
Oh, I agree. I am absolutely a fan of your work. You've dispatched quite a number of opponents up there. It intrigues me always, your type who come, who choose to enter this place for glory, renown. Why are you here?
You already said why I'm here.
Of course. Simple answers. Simple answers. You seek the druids. Why?
We were told the druids could help us get out of here unseen, so Chimerian might not enslave me and my green friend here.
You hear this laughing heavy from the masked one behind you at the stairs, right? You have no idea what you get mixed up with the druids of Skaden, Total.
You're right. Why don't you tell me?
They're dangerous, wild. Not all animals are kind and friendly creatures. They would have you believe they are protectors and defenders of this place. But this place needs no protection. It is under the eye of a great god. It is twisted and broken, and those who have remained here for all these years cannot help but to twist and break with it.
Yeah, we really need to get out of here.
Can you help us get out unseen?
Why would I? And the leech says, don't mind him. He has a flair for the dramatic. I think it comes with having 4 arms.
I think the mask kind of gave that one away.
4 jazz hands.
Gita is just like, enough of this bantering. Do you know where I can find this tree? And will you tell me? The leech looks back to her like, you are impatient. Yes, I know the tree you seek, though I don't think you'll get what you want if you find it. I could point you there, but not for a handful of pearls. What good will pearls do me here? Live in a cursed hole in a broken city under the watchful eye of a twisted god. Blood, though, and secrets. You know how to appeal to my attention. What blood do you bring, Paladin? Yours? For I don't want that. And she kind of steps forward again now, out in front of you. She says, the blood that I have is of great interest to you, as I have seen already.
Oh,
she
no.
gestures back at the turtles.
Come on, no one saw this coming.
Do you have no interest in them? Neither? Both, perhaps? The only one I need alive when I leave here is the sorcerer. The rest... She shrugs.
Wait.
You know what the fuck? Wait a minute.
I
Do it.
I am going to say that's interesting for someone who told us to kill the leech as soon as you were done dealing with him.
She looks back at you and then just turns to the leech like, I don't see how this changes anything. She says,
Well, the leech said he likes secrets. That's a heck of a secret, isn't it?
And so you hear the chuckling again from the masked one at the back, like, oh, well, this is a delightful day. So boring in Skaden. I love the gambit. What a season to be alive. And so the leech at this point kind of stands out of the chair and looks past Gita at the two of you turtles like, What do you think of that? Your friend would trade you for the location of some old and broken tree with enough magic to wander itself around this twisted place. What do you think, Tortoise? Should I give her what she seeks? Would you like to stay here with me?
No. Remember when he said that we were trying to get out? That's still the plan. I don't know what this bitch talking about.
I want to take my bow and arrow
Mhm.
and aim it at her and ask him if he's interested in her blood instead.
I mean, he said he wasn't, but
Yeah.
it's an enticing offer to make.
Well, in truth, I care little for what pours from her weak, soft flesh, but I would love to watch you kill again, Thinnea Hallowwhisper.
Oh, God.
Have at it.
You may get a good leg out of it too.
Oh, God. Taryn is having a very difficult time with this.
Oh, I bet. Gita like turns, looking back at you, seeing the
Don't
bow.
make her look at me.
Yeah,
Wrecked.
and her shield like
Iconic.
off of her back in her arm, and she pulls it up tight, and she says, "I have no quarrel with you, noble woman.
You do if you have a quarrel with my friends.
I have no quarrel with them either, but I will get what I need from this one." And the leech says, "There was one more thing, as I recall. A secret. Perhaps that might be enough to sway me, Paladin. Then I will choose which of your gifts to keep."
I got a secret. Gita's a traitor.
Not so much of a secret anymore.
She kind of gave that one up on her
Steps
own.
next to him and leans in and begins whispering.
Safe for the whole class to hear?
I don't. Do you guys
Can
want to roll
I-
perception checks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Ready? Go ahead and roll your perception checks.
Can I do, what's my, can I see her lips when she says it?
You can't. She's like leaned in next to him, and so like you just you're
Pose
behind
got
her.
it.
How about a critical 31?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The big 20. Okay, Ryeth, Thinnea, Poe. You hear the words as she whispers them to him. And she says, "When I free the one who is trapped within the tree and who reunites with my lord, we will split this place wide open. My master has the magic to infiltrate Chimerion's very temples and bring him down low. So I can be the first part of your revenge, Leech." That's what you hear.
I'm gonna shoot her.
Oh, twing! The arrow
Sorry.
fires off. Surprise round. Does anybody
gonna-
want to do anything else as
Yes.
the arrow fires?
I do. I want to cast Spirit Guardians I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians so that we're
You got one
all
action.
surrounded by him, but also safe from them.
Okay, cast Spirit Guardians today and make your attack roll. Everybody roll
Yeah, I
initiative.
wanted to summon my
I'm
my
so
sword.
sorry.
Okay, Chanel, you summon your sword. Your hand snaps out, and this liquid blade of water just pours itself out with this marbled handle.
I can't even like click on my token.
rolling
I'm so
initiative or are we
stressed.
keeping them? Oh, okay.
Rolling initiative. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I will
Okay.
clean. Sorry, my
Click on
bad.
your tokens, everyone.
Or it actually
Oh.
just, as you guys re-roll, it'll reset.
Oh, good.
Ooh.
Jesus. Good job.
Damn.
Liz.
Nice, guys.
It's like opposite day.
Oh, and I need that, dude.
I know.
I have a big roster.
I think hopefully we used up all of our bad rolls on that creature before.
Just so you know, Rich, I'm +4 into Deimos territory right now.
It caps at 3, but okay, gotcha.
Sure.
Got you. You're full tilt. Full tilt Deimos.
Full
Boogie.
tilt Deimos. I'm on fire.
Okay. Let me double check. I got everybody. I got you. I got her. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, 22. The arrow sails. Hold on a second. Let me rewind. Okay. Spirit Guardians. You cast Spirit Guardians. I need to see what it does though. What's the range around you, dude?
15 feet.
Okay. Cool.
And I get to everyone that is friendly is safe that I can see, and everyone that's not, when they enter, they do a wisdom save, I believe, and it is 14 damage or 7 damage depending on if they make it or not.
Okay. And Thinnea, your attack roll. Did you hit? What'd you roll?
I did not roll yet. 15.
Who did you fire at?
Gita.
Gita, because she said she was going to try to kill Chimerian.
It hits the chainmail on her armor and deflects off, the arrow shattering.
Do I have a advantage because it's surprise? I could be totally making that up.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Well, no, it wasn't, because you had the bow already drawn. You had pulled it out and were pointing it at her, right? And she looked back at you like, oh, fuck you, and pulled her shield. And then you shot. But so it wasn't a holy shit surprise. So, sorry.
That's
so
okay.
the 15 hits her armor. Boom, 22 Poe. You have the Spirit Guardian summon around you.
Yep.
This guy is already in the range of the Spirit Guardians. So, saving throw.
Shoot. DC 15, wisdom.
I actually fucked up. Let me get him. Hold on. DC 15 wisdom saving throw, right? Okay.
Yep. And it's 14 necrotic damage.
Got it. So he takes 14 damage. And what does it have? 3 pulses, or it's up for a couple of rounds?
It's not necrotic. It is, sorry, give me a second. It is, because I'm not evil, it is, I think it's radiant.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
radiant. It's radiant.
Got it.
It's concentration.
Oh, and so it just stays up
Yep.
for, okay. Yeah,
I'm
I got
sure I
it.
lose
Got it.
concentration.
Well, for how? For a minute, though, right?
Up to 10.
Up to 10. Got it. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
No,
okay, so now it's your turn.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm going to use my bonus action to drop a spiritual weapon. I'm going to call up to Deimos for my yo-yo, and I'm going to attempt to yo-yo Gita in the face.
Gita? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Spiritual weapon. 9 to hit.
Your shield, bang, smacks the thing out you idiots! I was bluffing!
How are we supposed to know that?
Action.
Okay, so then with my action,
Yeah.
I am going to channel divinity Phobos, because that's who is imbuing me today, and I'm going to create an illusory duplicate of myself. I don't believe this uses up my concentration.
No, it's not a spell. This has nothing to do with the spell,
Oh,
right?
but it
This
says
is just
until
a
you
thing.
lose concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell. So
That's
do I
okay.
have 2 concentration things going right now? Is that possible?
Yeah, because it's not
Okay.
actually a spell,
Okay.
right? So the idea is just if you get hit, you have to roll to keep it active, right?
Okay.
Got it. But we will remember this. You have Spirit Guardians up. You make an illusory duplicate of yourself.
Yeah.
So in other
30
words, let's
feet.
just
Ignore me. Sorry. Sorry. That was a bonus. That I can only do that as a bonus action, I think. No. On a bonus action, I can move it. I apologize, everybody. Okay. So yeah, I'll create the duplicate, and the duplicate will be within 120 feet. The duplicate will be right next to her over here.
got it.
Okay. And I'll end my
Okay.
turn.
That is the end of your turn. Thinnea, you're up.
Is there anywhere where I can hide?
Not really, man. I mean, it's an empty room. You know what I mean? There's
Okay.
you got nothing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to short bow or try to. That's better.
Yeah,
24.
hits 24. She like goes to bring the shield up, but this illusion of Poe appears behind her, and she's like, "What?" And the shield like it's too high, and it comes in low, like this one piercing through the chainmail. Roll damage. 8 points of damage.
And I can still get the sneak because I have.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is threatened. Okay, got it. Got it. Thinnea, that's your action. You have movement bonus action.
I am going to stay still, and I am going to help. Can I say whoever attacks her next?
No,
Instead
you
of
have
a
to
specific
help
person?
somebody. Yeah, you have to help somebody specifically.
Okay, so then I will specifically help Tone, and I will just. He heard her? Did he hear her?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? So I will tell him, just like as a free action, very briefly, like she's trying to kill Chimerion or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever.
Okay. Ryeth, Thunderbuck, you're up.
All right.
Why does it look like you have no hit points? Do you have hit
Yeah,
points?
I do have hit points, and I was checking that out too. I'm not really sure.
Okay,
hit-
we will
Maybe
fix
because I
this for next
started
time.
with no hit points. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah. So I heard the thing about destroying Chimerion. I saw Thinnea shoot. Gita. I got a lot of mixed emotions going on right now, but I know there's one thing we all need to know, and that's the location of that fucking tree. So I'm gonna cast Suggestion on the Leech and just be like, I mean, he might be like undead, whatever, but be like, tell us the location of the tree immediately, please.
He does have advantage on the saving throw, but it's a wisdom save. What's the DC?
See?
Okay.
Ha!
Nice.
The Master of Suggestion strikes again. And so he like turns as you say this, and he's just like, the tree is in the old grove by the forked river, just northeast of here, 6 miles. And like he realizes he just gave this up, and you hear Gita like, she calls to you, Ryeth, like, thank you for that, Storm Sorcerer. Okay, that's your action, movement bonus action.
I'm still like, I don't really want to be here right now. So I'm going to use Quicken Spell and turn myself invisible.
Okay, excellent. So it's a sorcery point and a second level spell popped off. You are invisible.
Cool.
You
And
put
then
this ninja thing on you, ninja. Okay.
Thank you. And then I'm going to try and get to a place where people don't know I am anymore. So, what was it? 30 feet.
Stand on the center of the circle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
No one will ever
I'm gonna go. I'm going up over here in the north. Like it's
Oh,
not.
wow. Okay. I love it.
It feels better. Okay.
As you get up there in the corner and you come past Kyron's desk, you could see like she's pretty badly beaten and like fucked up. She looks like pretty close to dead, though not quite. Okay, Ryeth, that was movement, action, bonus action. Tone Goodheart, you are up.
What's the radius for Poe's like shield guardian thingy?
It's the big yellow
It's
circle.
this big yellow circle that you're standing in, right?
Oh, okay.
That's around him. So it's 15 feet out from him, right?
Are we supposed to be able to see a big yellow circle? Because I can't see it
Really?
on my screen. I can kind of
Yeah, I
see it
don't
in
see
the
it.
corner of.
Okay, so it's a 15-foot circle diameter around him.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? Like this is I'm like giving you the radial, right?
You can see it on the game screen actually.
Cool.
I can
Well,
just see like a corner of it from there.
since I have the help, I'm gonna move to Ugat. I'm gonna say, hey, you know how you're just talking about how we need to get out of here? I think we're gonna act on that ASAP. And I'm gonna hold my action until either myself or Ugat is attacked.
Oh, wow. And what are you going to do if yourself or Ugat is attacked?
I'm going to strike while the iron is hot.
Excellent. I love when Tone does weird stuff. Okay, cool. Gita goes, man, and she is now pissed. And so she screams out. She's like, "You idiots, I was just bluffing. I didn't think that you would play the part." And she jumps up onto the fucking throne with her back to it and like the shield down in front of her. And she cleaves down at the fucking Leech with the longsword. Ooh, hit. And 17 just hits. That is his AC for you guys out there paying attention. Okay, she like leaps up onto the seat of the throne, is standing on it, and just swings down with two wild, like left to right, right to left, chop, cleaving into this fucking guy. Got it. And that is her turn. From behind you, you hear the sounds of chanting. You hear the sounds of an arcanist conjuring magic. Okay. A spell goes off. There we go. Does anybody have Arcana? Do you have Arcana, Tone?
Let's see. I think I have like a point of Arcana. So maybe I'll get lucky.
But you're not proficient in it. In other words. Okay, yeah. Then
I have Arcana.
But he's in the corner chilling out.
But
yeah, roll. Go ahead and roll, Ryeth. You're kind of far away, but you can still see this guy as you're looking down the entire length of the room. 22. Yeah, you see him cast Fire Shield on himself.
Oh, okay. Good for me to know.
That it is. So he has a Fire Shield. Okay. This guy right here goes, and the Leech is just like, kill them all. And so, yeah, he's just like, rah! And like charges in at you guys like a fucking idiot, like pulling his weapons off of his belt. This guy right here, what's he got going on? He's got a long sword in one hand, short sword in the other, and he comes charging in at you two turtles like, I'm gonna wreck these two, boss. Counts, that's my bad. 15 for you, Shael.
No.
To your shield as you like bang, like knocking the long sword away. Then he jabs his short sword towards you, Edgar. 8. Clink! Like it hits your fucking shell solidly, right? And he's standing here now like, oh fuck, like rethinking what he just got himself into. Okay, that's his turn. The Leech goes. The Leech spins back around on Gita, and he lifts this like massive, rotting, stinking, pus-filled, fly-infested leg. And in this incredibly nimble display that blows away all of you, he like pivots on his one good foot, lifting this rotted leg and like swinging it at Gita as she stands on the throne behind him. 22 hits.
Oh, that description is so gross.
That's pretty awesome. Rotting flesh and pus explode all over the woman from the sick, bloated foot. She makes her saving throw and does not fall to the ground vomiting, though you see her gagging and retching as like the pus splatters up against her armor all over her face. And she does, in fact, take... Oh, it wasn't all that. Only 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Don't panic. 18. Okay, excellent.
Rich, hold on, before you move on, you moved on to that one so quickly. The guy who was in when his turn started, he had to make another wisdom save throw for the Guardians. And
I know, but I fucked up and I gave it to him at the beginning of your turn instead of his turn. Right, so like his turn next round, I'll hook back into it. But he took damage from it this round, in other words.
Gotcha.
But thank you. Police me, please.
Did the spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity against Gita?
No, it doesn't get attacks of opportunity, sadly. So he does his rotting leg kick, smashing into her, and then he like snaps off of like leaning against the side of the throne on this half here near where the treasure is. You see him like reach over and yank up the sword that Man, your eyes light up, Tone, as you see him lifted up over his head, and it's this black metal katana that he's like holding in one hand, and he like swings it down ferociously at this woman standing on the throne.
Treasure.
1 and 2. 23 hits. The second attack clatters into the shield, but he cleaves down into her, like slicing through the fucking armor like nothing with this sword for 12 points of damage, and she screams out. Shael, you're up.
I'm gonna hold on. This is bonus. Okay, so I'm gonna Hexblade's Curse the Leech.
Okay.
And I'm going to then step around to this man and slap him in the back of the head with my sword.
Excellent.
Nice.
You pivot, rotating around this fucking lackey, and you
26.
swing out the sword. Hits.
And
God.
just give him one of these because why not?
Excellent. With the divine smite, you bring the sword down, and like you see the rotted leather armor just shear underneath the force of your fucking eldritch blade conjured by the power of the Leviathan. And then you discharge the radiant damage of your fucking holy smite on this guy, and he screams out, "Ah!" Yeah, he's a little bit banged up now. That's your action. Bonus action movement.
Well,
you
bonus action was Hexblade Curse. Yep, so I'm done.
And you're not moving anymore. Okay, that's Shell. Ugot goes. Ugot, like, looking at Tone like, Dad, what we do?
Go for the guy with the weird bandana.
That guy dead as shit. He cast magic missile.
Ugot, so
Cast
reliable.
magic missile. And fucking 4 arcane bolts of this like screaming white energy just ripped from this tiny goblin's fingers, pummeling into this asshole with the bandana behind him for 11 points of damage. Excellent. That's Ugot. This guy is like, "Ah!" and comes charging in to attack the goblin. Tone, you held your action. You can go.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see.
Nice song.
Thank you. This nice little fight music. Nope.
Oh,
10. Nope.
Jeez.
Like snaps his sword out, blocking away the first attack. Second attack.
Let's see. That's better.
Hits.
Hits. I'm assuming.
Yep, absolutely. Yes.
15.
For 15 points of damage, he screams out, "Ah!" as the sword like cuts past, like you cut high over his armor, like searing down into his collarbone. That's 15 points of damage. That was a held action. He goes scimitar in hand. He attacks twice at Ugot.
No.
And then jams a dagger out back at you, Tone, in his offhand. 14 misses, 22 hits.
No.
6 points of slashing damage to the goblin. 9. He jams a dagger at you, Tone, but you deftly just weasel out of the way. Like woo. Okay, 6 points of damage. Got it. Poe, you're up.
So the leech is dead?
No.
Oh,
No.
what's
No.
dead over there?
What?
He just pulled out his dead
That's
ass.
his Hexblade's curse.
Oh, that's the curse.
Sorry, I'll give you a different thing here. How about that? That's
Yeah,
a Hexblade's curse. Sorry.
Okay, so then if he's not dead,
Oh, definitely not.
then what I will do is I will step right here, so just kind of strafe over there, and I'll fire a God, I don't even know who to help anymore. I'll fire a guiding bolt at the leech. $21.
21 hits as this glimmering. Which one are you in? You're in Deimos?
Yeah.
Right, so sunlight, this glimmering ray of light fires off your finger, streaking the 15-foot distance between you and this like rotting man with this sick pus-filled leg, and it hits him from behind for 8 points of damage. Next attack against him has advantage.
Next melee attack or any attack?
Read Guiding Bolt.
Okay. So, because hold on. Guiding bolt. On a hit or on the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn. Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to yo-yo him in the face.
Okay, with advantage.
Yeah. Oh God, my sheet's too big. Spiritual weapon.
11. Misses as like the yo-yo's coming from behind. He can see his body like glimmering with this sun-like radiance, and the yo-yo snapping in from behind. He's able to like weasel down, like leaning out of the way as it snaps out over his head. That's your action, bonus action movement.
I'm going to finish off my movement. So I am going to provoke an attack of opportunity and move so that everybody here is in the Spirit Guardian circle. Yeah.
14 does not hit. You hear the sword like clatter against your shell. You feel the rattling.
When he attacks, I use Sentinel to make an attack back at him.
Nice.
Nice.
Good job.
He's developing a formula.
Yes, we are.
11.
Oh, damn.
He, whips the short sword up as like he hits Edgar with his long sword and deflects your blow with the short sword. That's the end of Poe's turn. Thinnea, you're up.
Just to be clear, there's no exit outside of this room other than where we came, yes?
None that you see, none visible.
Okay. So in that case, I am going to attack the person that is with Tone, or that's fighting Tone.
Got it.
With the short bow.
Defend your family.
Exactly.
15 hits.
Great.
Nice. The arrow streaks over Ugat's head, smashing into this friggin' dirtbag over here in his ugly, dirty armor for 18 points of damage. Like, you see it, like, rip into one of his arms and just tear clean out the other side, clattering into the wall back here. That's your action, movement bonus action.
I will once again help Tone. I'm going to move a little bit, but I'll once again help Tone.
Okay, so Tone, you'll have advantage on your next attack as you hear Thinnea from behind, like, calling out to you, like, hey, no, he's not armored on the legs. Ryeth, you're up.
All right, so I see this, like, beaten up, defenseless woman chained up in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up and see, like, if I can try and free her.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Shell approves.
As you look, you see that the chain is in fact like just looped through the arm of the throne and wrapped around it a couple of times, right? And then there's like a metal like pin in the thing, but it's not like locked or like fixed to the throne. So you easily can like pull the pin and unwrap it if you'd like to spend your action doing that.
Yeah, I'd like to spend my action doing that.
Excellent. Then you
do. And I'm going to whisper in her ear and just be like, act casual. When the time comes, bolt for the door.
And so, yeah, she was like halfway unconscious, right? And you lean down, and as you whisper, you see her eyes like flutter open, and she's like looking, like obviously can't see you. And she's just like, well, what's happening? Where? And she turns, and like you could see, she catches like shell out of the side of her eye, and you just hear her, Ryeth, like muttering to herself, like, goddamn hero, huh, GreyThorne. Okay, that's your action. You still have some movement left if you want to like reposition somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like there's some treasure over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Tone.
Yeah.
I'm at a real crisis. I'm at a crisis right here. Like, we're gonna have to have a really serious conversation after this battle, but I don't want to keep this invisibility as popping as I can. So
you make your way towards the treasure, having freed the poor incapacitated Kyron's desk. Tone Goodheart, you are up, and you have advantage on your first attack roll.
Then I shall take advantage of the advantage.
Boo!
23 with that pun.
Yes.
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 You cleave down into this poor hapless bastard.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay, excellent. He yells back at you like, "You would have been a good one of us, Elf. It's too bad you're on the other side of this." Ah! And you stab it. Okay.
Well,
got
I guess
it.
I'll be seeing you on the other side then.
Oh.
What a shame.
I know, what a shame.
I was
Danced
really
But
good at
15.
helping.
Yes, you were.
15 is still insanely good. And so you like swing down with this katana and just like slash at his throat, and you see it like split wide open as he's like still like talking at you like, "You elf," and blood starts like pouring from his mouth that he's like grabs up, and the blood just like seething through his fingers, and he collapses to the ground and he's dead. He's a big mess. That's your action. You still have movement and a bonus action.
I'm going to use my bonus action. And I'm going to look over at the mask guy. I'm going to say, you know what? The only way to fight fire is with fire. And I'm going to drink the elixir of Flaming Fist.
Wow.
Yank the belt, the vial off your belt, like yank the cork out, gurgling it down. And Tone has lived a life that's quite full, and so I'd imagine he's done some drinking. He's had some hard liquor, he's had some expensive liquor, and he's had some real piss cheap swill. And a lot of it burns going down, but nothing like this. As your throat like warms and your mouth heats up, then your chest, and then you feel this fire in your stomach, and you're almost scared for a moment that you're just gonna like burn up, that fire is gonna spew from your nostrils and your ear holes and every other less pleasant orifice you could think of. But then you channel it, you feel the key, and you focus the energy, and you look down as your hands like begin to like turn red, your flesh like kind of blushing, and suddenly then flames erupt. These gleaming red flames erupt around your hands. Yes, the elixir of Flaming Fists consumed. You still have movement at the end of that turn if you'd like to position. That Gita is up on 77 now. Poe, is Gita an enemy?
Fuck.
She is, right?
I know.
Yes,
Or what?
yes,
I know.
she is.
I mean, hold on a second. You heard her say that she wants to destroy Chimerian.
To me, it's a very weird thing with the spell, because what is like...
I think I had to identify them at the beginning, and I identified all my friends that were around me. So I'll say she's an enemy at this point. But I would
Okay,
also
so
like to say that it's not like an active decision at this moment.
Yeah. I get it. I appreciate that. But so roll, give me your Spirit Guardians again. New damage in her saving throw. She'll
It's
roll.
new damage, or is it always the same?
Yeah, no, it's new damage
Oh,
every
okay.
time.
Gotcha. DC 15 for 11.
Wisdom save. Oops, she actually has +3 on that roll, so 19. So she makes it. So no damage, half damage, 5 points.
Half damage, yeah.
Radiant damage. Got it. As the Spirit's Guardians surge against her. Okay, cool. With that, she's just like, "Damn you, turtle!" And so yeah, she is going to. I'm sorry, I'm just double checking myself. Okay, cool. She's just gonna make her multi attack, right? 1, 2, 20, 20s. Jesus, all the fucking 20s. That was so weird. Super strange. And so she swings the longsword down again at the Leech twice, cutting at him, like just cleaving away at the upper part of this wretched fucking beast, and hits both times. Excellent. Got it. With that, she is not going to reposition. The masked one goes. You see this glimmering fire shield around him, and so he takes 2 steps to right here and kind of like chuckling again, that deep like behind the mask. And he will cast terrible magic upon you. I apologize, but I'm not doing it. He's doing it, you guys. So a fireball peels off of his finger and erupts right here. So Thinnea, Tone, and Ugat, dexterity saving throws.
Come on, make them.
Make them.
Yes.
Ooh.
Maybe. No.
There we go.
20. Yes, Thinnea. Hey, do you have evasion yet?
I have uncanny dodge.
Yep, that's for melee attacks. Still, everyone making their saving throws except for poor Ugat. So you guys take 17 points of fire damage.
Jeez.
That's the half.
Yep.
What?
Ugat is lifted off his feet, thrown backwards, and lands on the ground in a charred, heaping
Oh,
mess.
jeez.
Like, rolling
Shit!
backwards
He
against the
just
ground.
died so quickly.
Is he dead or unconscious?
You're not sure. You're
Okay.
not sure. You know, like you're not sure, right? He went down. He just got
He's fucked right the fuck up.
exploded with a fireball and is laying on the ground, smoking and twitching. You know, so that happened, and then
Oh.
it proceeds.
So that happened.
Steps up the stairs here. Like, okay, cool. This guy right here goes. Man, he's pissed. He squared up with Shael. He is going to unload his attacks. This is the guy with longsword, short sword. These are all for you, Shael. 17, 9, and 24.
The 24. Wait, did it? Is this a? Oh, never mind. I can't do that.
And I'm using
Never
my
mind.
Shield of Faithful to block. I guess I would. I mean, it's tough when you do them all in a row and when I see shit like that, but I guess the first.
I don't apply it this time. I'll go slower from now on. I apologize. Thank you.
No. Just I don't want to cheat. I don't want to like
No,
cheapen
no.
or
Yeah, I
overpower
know you're
my
not trying.
side of it.
You shove the shield out, like as you're like moving away, right? You're looking in the other direction. You're trying to assess his got fucking down, and you hear like the clank as this guy's longsword hits Shael's fucking shell, and then ping as his short sword hits Shael's shield, and you turn just in time to see like a blow coming at Shael's face, and shove your shield out in front of it, blocking it. So none of those attacks hit you, Shael.
Thank
but
you.
You guys need to roll a saving throw against your spirit guardian, so roll damage on that.
Oh, okay. Gotta get back to the sheet. Spirit Guardians. 21 points, so 10.
Save, so 10 as the radiant damage surges around him. And he's like, "Argh!" Okay, cool. That's his turn. The Leech goes. The Leech also has to roll against your spirit guardians. This is ridiculous. They just keep going on everyone. This is good shit. I've only seen it used well once before this. Up to 10 minutes, self-action, cleric. Yep, good shit. 15, 10, the Leech. Where am I? Wisdom. Save. Advantage.
Yay.
10. Takes 10 points of radiant or damage. And he's just like, growling a bit. Okay. Now he goes. So first of all, recharging his shit. Okay, cool. What's he want to do here? What's he want to do? How fucked up is she? Pretty fucked up. Okay, cool. This is what he's going to do. He will take 2 attacks at her with the longsword. With the katana, should I say. This hit. 5 points of damage. 40. He'll take an attack of opportunity from her as he steps away. Coming for you guys. See what's going on here. He's getting pissed. Okay, longsword from her. Hits. Too many NPCs. You guys need to kill more NPCs. Okay. And he steps in right at you, Poe, and proceeds to like swing up with this rotted foot at you. First one, I double clicked. 12.
Nope.
Misses. Shield comes down and you like smash down on the leg, punching it to the ground. The pus and blood splattering down into the stone in front of you, and you get a whiff of it rolling up into your turtle nostrils like, whoa. That turn. Shael, you're up.
I don't like this. Fudge. I'm just gonna hit the guy I've been hitting, right? I've hit him a couple more times, right? Like,
Sure.
But wait,
Oh god.
I'm gonna cast. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Yep, I'm just gonna hit him
Okay.
and give him the old 1-2. Buckle my shoe. Give him one of those. And give him one of these.
It almost sounds like a wave as the longsword arcs through the air, crashing into this guy, chopping through this ratted armor that he's wearing. And then you unload another Divine Smite for 18 points of damage. It's 50, 60. He drops.
Yeah.
The Lich?
No.
No.
Oh.
This guy, so I'm not flanked.
Guard standing behind as this watery longsword like just rips through this crappy leather armor. His ribs crack and splinter, and blood like sprays out as he falls down here, and blood begins running into the runes of this circle.
Huh?
You see
That's not
first sigil
good. That's
right
not
there?
good.
light up with glimmering red light.
No.
That's your
Not
action.
good.
With bonus action, Shael GreyThorne.
Bonus. No, I don't think I have one. No, I'm not gonna do one.
Okay, no movement, nothing like that.
I'm gonna step over here.
Okay,
No,
you
here.
got it, man.
Sorry. That's it.
1 second. Okay, poor we got. One second.
You can follow us all on Twitter at our Twitter handles below.
Please
Check
do.
it out. Oh, and here's Rich's. We've got Rich.
If I hear initiative being rolled, Rich, I swear to God.
Oh, well. I mean, you guys walked past some other people coming down in here,
Yeah.
so face yourselves.
Pretty sure we were greeted with I'm one of 25. I don't know.
I felt like he was bluffing because he looked like he was gonna run.
You absolutely were. But Ugat does his thing laying on the ground bleeding. Top
he
of the
does.
round occurs. You hear from the corner of the room
Oh, Jesus.
as the clay golem takes its first step, entering the fray. Okay, he's not good, right?
If we clean the blood off of the circle, will it go away?
Question. Good question. These guys out here begin to get into the mix.
Oh, we're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry. It's not that. Not all 25 are necessarily home, you know. 22. Poe, you're up. I'm thinking, guys, just as a heads up right here, I'm kind of wrecked tonight. So I think let's go through this round of combat and we'll see where we're at. But yeah, okay. That's just my heads up to you that, like, we'll see where we're at. But so, Poe, 22. You're up.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the most effective way to do this is. So I'm going to use my bonus action to move my friend right next to me here, which now gives me an advantage on attacks. So I will pull out my battle axe and just take a swing at the leech with my action.
Excellent. Look at this guy.
22.
Ooh.
It's 22 hits.
And 6 points of damage.
Excellent.
And then I will, I'll end my turn there.
For the first time ever, you guys. Oh, yanks this battle axe that he's been carrying around off the strap on his shell. Like,
Oh, it's just decoration.
chop and chops down into this guy. Excellent. Okay, so that's your action. Bonus action. Thinnea, you're up.
The guy who did the fireball is running away.
Oh, he's on the stairs. The stairs lead up, so you can still see him, right? Like standing a couple of stairs up, looking down at you guys.
Okay. I am going to use a free action. Can Tone respond to a free action? Like if I ask him a question?
Yeah, sure. I'm chill with that shit. Sure.
I'm going to
As long
ask
as
him if
you
he
guys
wants me to attack him.
I'm gonna look behind me at the leech, and I'm gonna say, I gotta use these fans for something. I think I might head back if that's good with you.
Meaning the leech. We have like this whole conversation. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so then I am going to try to short bow the leech.
I can't tell, guys. Is this going well?
No.
It's going medium. My favorite expression is medium.
I mean, Ryeth hasn't fired anything but an invisibility this round, so when he
20 hit,
steps
right?
in,
I mean, I'm about to start attacking.
yeah,
Learning
once
from
he's
the
done
best.
looting,
The 20
Okay.
hits, right?
Yes, absolutely. It
Okay.
does.
Sweet.
21 points of damage. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Thinnea, that's your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I am going to once again help Tone. And I'm going to... how far would I have to be out of the radius of where I saw the fire?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting up. My cat's eating food that he's not allowed to have. So, good question. You saw the fireball like explode in a 20-foot radius, which meant it's a 40-foot circle, right? So like it basically was like, you know, from where you are to like here.
Okay, so I'm just going to move like a tiny bit up to like here.
Okay, excellent.
Why do you say that so judgely? What did I do? How are you going to kill me?
We'll
How are
find
you
out
gonna kill me?
soon. Let's
I have 11
find
hit
out.
points left.
It'll be painless and quick.
Let's find out, huh?
Horrific
Okay.
and painful.
On 21, someone that you guys do not see goes. That's always a really
Hopefully
good
it's
feeling.
Ryeth.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay, Ryeth, you go.
somebody else.
Another
knows.
person who you do not see
Yeah.
goes.
Now that he's attacking my actual friends, I'm just gonna shoot a chromatic orb at the leech,
Oh, okay.
and it's gonna be made of lightning.
Lightning, because of course. 17 just hits. That is his armor
Fuck
class.
yeah!
Thank God.
11 damage. Suitable.
Excellent. For 11 points of lightning damage. He shocks. 100 hit points even. You guys are getting there. Gita did most of that. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay. Chromatic orb fires from your hand. This glimmering, like yellow, shocking sphere of lightning erupting, arc spreading around his back, lancing over his pale, disgusting looking skin. That's your action. Movement bonus action.
I'm gonna stay here and not use my bonus action.
Excellent. Tone, your hands are aflame. Thinnea has called out to you how to where to attack. You are up. What would you like to do?
I better put him to good use. I'm going to run up to the leech, and I'm
Okay.
gonna try to like punch at his rotten leg or grab it with my flame-ridden hands.
Ooh, you are one brave elf. Go for it. You punch down at the rotting leg with your flaming hands. Sure, roll damage.
That is 9 points of damage.
Plus extra for fire damage. Hold on 1 second. Did I tell you how much it is?
I don't think
Or
you
no?
did, no.
Okay, let me double check right here. Looks
It's
like
10d12s.
it is. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's just an extra 1d6 fire.
Damn it.
Oh.
Or a 20th of that.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It does look really cool, but it smells fucking horrific as the pus and rotting flesh of this thing's fucking twisted leg begins to sear and cook and bubble. Okay, excellent. First attack, second attack, Tone.
I guess because I probably can't touch any of my weapons, right? Since my hands are on fire.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right, that makes sense. That's science.
Yep. It's D&D science. Hits.
Who needs weapons?
And you got these babies.
7 plus 1d6. Excellent. 9. Got it.
And then, can I try to go for a stunning strike on him with a bonus action?
Absolutely. Of course you could.
Okay. Let's see.
Can always try. Might not work.
Kick his ass.
Always try. 22 definitely hits.
Yes.
For 11
Plus fire.
plus fire.
That's it.
17 plus
Yes,
what
like
am I
a-
rolling?
And a con saving throw.
Okay.
Good job, monk friend. When you fight,
What's
you really.
what's my difficulty, Mike? What am I looking for?
Good question. Let's see. I forgot what my key saving throw
Oh,
is.
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Because he's the leech. Yeah! And like he turns looking at you like, that was a bad choice, Elf. Okay. That's your turn, Tone.
Yep.
Movement, action, bonus action. Gita goes.
Yeah. She's got to roll for spirits.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. Wisdom.
Sorry, Ryeth.
It's okay, man.
16, she makes it.
She makes it. So, oh fuck! I said
Half
that
now.
I didn't do my part of this whole thing.
Way,
6.
Well, 6, got it. Cool.
Excuse me.
The radiant damage of the spirit guardians flashes against her. Okay.
Sorry.
She just like doesn't know how to proceed with all this shit. And so she actually climbs over, like jumping down behind the throne here. And she's gonna fucking lay on hands herself. Okay.
Hey, do that in private.
Yep, for real. Totally inappropriate. Okay.
You do
so
that
she's
at night when everyone else is sleeping.
Really, during the night attacks. So she's hiding behind the throne, so at least you can't see her lay her hands on herself. But that's her turn.
I can.
Bad shit happens again. More bad shit. Okay, let's see what we got. He cast one of those. He could do it again, but he's not gonna. He cast one of those. Now he's gonna cast one of these problems, friends. Hold on a second.
As if it was easy a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Each creature in a 20-foot radius. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
Bye.
never.
That's all of us.
Yep. That's
It's not
TPK.
great. It's not a great thing. It's not a great thing.
It's a medium
Okay.
thing.
It's going to be Shael, Tone, Thinnea, and Kyron Thesk as you see the four arms waggling in the back, and the masked one casts an ice storm. So dexterity save DC 14.
Ooh.
Oh, my Lanta.
We shouldn't have come down here. We
God.
shouldn't have come down here, guys.
Shael, 23 points of damage. Thinnea, you take only 11. Tone, you take only 11. As hailstones begin pummeling you from the fucking sky. This column of just like ice and sleet begins hammering down on top of you guys. Kyron Thesk takes a fucking beat. She lays there like battered on the fucking ground. Okay. That's helpful.
I'm down.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Whoa.
I had exactly 11 hit points.
Thinnea pummeled by ice and hail, hammer, like crash into the wall and slide down to the ground. You hear the sound of her bow clattering on the wood or on the stone next to her as she goes. That is the masked one's turn. It's back. This guy goes.
I guess we're not going to get that conversation, huh?
That guy's dead. The Leech goes. The Leech, let's see, his recharge on his leg. Makes it. Okay, cool. The Leech snaps out the rotting leg, burned as it is, at you, Tone Goodheart. Rotting pig.
Yeah, I'm using my shield. Has it reset yet? Shit, I don't remember if it's reset yet.
He's attacking.
Or fun. Let
Tone,
him use
Yep.
Yeah, I'm 5 feet away from Tone.
his shield. There you go. All right, yeah, that is you anyway. Okay, so 11 blocks it away. There you go. The rotting fucking pus sprays off of the shield over your head, Poe, and you could just like, smell it like burn. Oh, it is horrible.
Gross,
but
guys,
then
this is really gross.
But can I then, in response, also sentinel him?
Wait, why? When they
The last paragraph.
when a creature within 5 feet of you makes attack at a target, yeah, absolutely.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
No touch.
Oh.
I have advantage, right?
Oh, that's true. We're flanking.
Technically, you are flanking with Poe. Tone is not, which is interesting. But okay, so 22 hits 9. Got him. Oh, my word. And just like that, Shael GreyThorne.
Nice.
Nice.
Time, perhaps, during the campaign, the Leech snaps up his rotting leg and it crashes into Poe's shield, narrowly missing Tone Goodheart, and you drive your eldritch blade, the sword given to you by your pact with the Leviathan, straight through the back of the Leech's head. You just see Edgar, like this glimmering, like watery blade, blast out the front of this guy's fucking head and blood pouring over it. It's aqua blue of the ocean turns purple as he yanks the sword back through, and the Leech collapses to a heap in the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so
Dibs
sad
on
I
the
didn't
sword.
see that.
And wait. How much does my Hexblade's curse heal me for? Is it the killing blow hit?
It's killing blow action.
Yeah.
What a bitch. You killed him before he finished his attacks in the
Yeah,
round.
that was awesome.
That's
One
great.
round,
That's
you know, like-
perfect. Because those were all coming my way.
Yeah, they were.
Turtle power.
So how much do you heal? You got that figured out? Cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. These two idiots both go. Okay. To here, and then to here. Hey, Shal. Now it's actually your turn.
Oh, wonderful.
The golem
What's
is like
the,
moving, by the way.
What's
Thought about him.
what's
Wait, Ryeth
what's
what
the
if
lighting
Ryeth can
like in
Ryeth
here?
should use suggestion to try to get it to attack the guys.
Yeah, for real. You said what's the lighting like in here?
Yeah, are we in like dim light?
Yes, you are in daylight, by the way.
Turn into
Yeah,
a bat.
yes.
I want to turn into a bat, but I think I'm just gonna grip the edges of the cloak and gain 40 feet of fly, since it's faster than I can walk.
And get the hell out of here.
I think I'm gonna go. Hold on, now I gotta measure how far it is. I'm gonna go in a thisly direction.
In a this early direction.
Yeah, to like here so, and yeah, and I'm gonna lay on hands Ugat for 5 health.
Oh, what a fucking champion!
Nice.
What a
love
fucking
it.
champion,
You got
dude!
right there.
Hero
Pass down
fucking
corner.
plays. And
That's so fucked up.
and so, on your turn, you reach down and lay on hands on poor God, whose eyes snap open like, "You're my new favorite, old man." It's like,
Oh my God.
You don't die today, little boy.
he says, "I call you Grandpa now," and you hear like, as the stone golem, the clay golem is like approaching from the side, and Ugot rolls his face over like, "Oh, we dead real fucking soon." He says. He will fire off. Not good. Fires off an acid arrow at the golem that's coming towards you guys as he drags himself to his feet and then gets up against the wall here behind you. The acid arrow does in fact hit the clay golem.
Interesting.
Whenever the golem is subjected to acid damage, it takes no damage. And so you see the acid hit this thing, like burbling and burning against its chest, and you realize real quickly acid does not affect this creature. So on you,
Really unfortunate.
final piece of initiative. This guy steps forward to you.
No.
You know what time it is, Shell? it's the time of the session where we knock you unconscious now, and it proceeds to make 2 slam attacks at you.
I hope Ugot rescues you later.
I hope it is too.
Yeah, and let me take my turn because it may do some stuff so that we're set up for the next one too, Rich.
No, you don't get to take a turn.
I just saw that anger. I didn't even realize that Thinnea was on the ground and he saved me.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Oh, brutal. So, by the way, the golem actually hastes itself and fucking
Oh, no.
smashes up to you quickly, and it will take 1 slam attack at you
Yep.
Ooh.
for 25 hits.
No, it doesn't. Come on.
Bummer.
Does it?
No.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
That's right. You made me nervous for a second. I was like, did that miss? Oh, no, it definitely hit. So DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh! Problems.
No.
Its hit point maximum is reduced by 7.
Oh.
Jeez.
Is this a permanent deal?
So
Okay.
don't actually reduce your maximum. Make a note of it, like on your bio or something.
Well, that's unfortunate.
God,
Is
I know
it?
you for it, John. Fuck it. Let's just go through one more round of combat, and then we'll call.
I was gonna say this could like set us anyway, but okay. So then on my turn, I'm going to use Mass Healing Word as my bonus action. 6 creatures.
Ugot would have been out of range. I knew this was going to happen.
So I'm gonna say Thinnea, Shael, Uga. No, Thinnea, Chanel, Tone, Gita, Kyron, and Ugot all can go up, can heal themselves for 7 points.
Nice.
Excellent. How much did you lay on hands, little got?
5.
Okay, got it.
It's the most I can give to somebody else in one shot.
That's cool. I forget that you're a low level, Pally.
2.
Okay.
And then with my action, I'm going to. No, I don't have to. Oh my god, this is just another spell. I am going to cast Aid.
Wait a minute. That was a bonus action, Mass Healing Word. Now you cast Aid. Okay, got it.
I cast Aid.
Just hit me one more time. Who else? Which other NPCs did you hit with the Mass Healing Word?
I gave it to Gita,
Taryn.
Kieran Thesk, and Ugot. And then I gave
Oh,
it
you
to
did. Okay, you got all.
Tone,
Okay.
Shael, and Thinnea.
Thinnea.
And then I'm giving Aid to Shael, Thinnea, and Mice and Tone.
Okay, so add 5 temporary hit points in the temp HP section. Okay, so that's your action, bonus action.
And then I can run and stand next to. Yeah, I can. I'm just gonna go run and stand next to my boy.
You're a brave man.
You sure are. Thinnea,
Does the
You're up.
sphere
with a couple of
never
hit
mind.
points.
What was the question?
I said
was
you're
it-
up with a couple of hit points. What
Oof.
was?
Does
had a
his
question.
does his aura hit now or is that later on the thing?
It hits on its turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. So I wake up. And I didn't
Dude.
see Shael pull his bullshit.
No, you didn't.
Your eyes open as you like sit slumped with your back against the wall, right? And you hear the sound of footsteps and you see Poe run past you, past the dead body of the man laying on the ground in front of you, whose blood is like pouring in rivulets into this thing. And now the runes are slowly starting to light up. About half of them, the ones on your side of the room, have lit. And it's about to complete the circle. As you
Yeah.
turn, you see this massive golem looming over the turtles, but you see another sight. Your son who got is up. What would you like to do?
That was actually my next instinct. So I am going to get up and go to the body over here and pull the body off of the runes.
Okay, sure. Where would you like to drag it? Like up here? Just start.
That's fine. Can I? Is that an action? That all of that is an action? Can
Yeah.
I use a bonus action to try to soak up some of the blood with my dress?
Oh, sure. You start like
Just roll
mopping
around
the
in it.
Yeah, yeah,
You already do
yeah.
anyway.
She looks like she just woke up from death and went crazy.
Crazy Emerald Dryness kids. These crazy kids. Okay, cool. So that's your action bonus action. You drag the body away. You begin to mop up blood. This guy over here goes. Okay. So you hear the sound of footsteps pounding down the stairs, and you're able to like glance behind you. You see one of the lackeys running down the staircase at you guys, and he fires off a heavy crossbow at which one of you? Chell. He's got a better angle on you.
It's fine as long as he doesn't shoot Ugat. Can't handle any more loss today.
The bolt like deflects off your shell, doing no damage. Ryeth, you're up, brother.
Cool. I'm gonna move over to here, I think it was. Yeah, and I'm gonna use a lightning lure on the goblin or the golem thing.
Not on the goblin.
The golem. Sorry.
Oh, strength save. Sweet. You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes out at the thing. Let me double check what's up here.
Oh, no.
I mean, strength.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's pretty strong, but
It has magic resistance against advantage on this saving throw.
Fantastic.
didn't need it. Didn't need it.
No, he did.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay, that's your lightning lure. Action. Bonus action.
Nope. I'm good.
Excellent. Ryeth, that's moving action. Bonus action. Tone Goodheart, you're up.
Come to daddy, Mr. Black Katana Blade. I want to have fun with you. Well, first I'll reach out a hand and I'll touch it to see, like, does it set on fire? Does anything happen when I touch it?
No, it doesn't set on fire. It feels frigid cold in your hand. The fire doesn't go out. And you could see that the handle of the thing is wrapped in like this black leather that matches like the hue of the blade. And the leather itself is like heating and burning a little bit, but you're not like, it doesn't catch on fire. You could certainly wield this sword.
Badass, because I'm going to. All right. Let's see. So, poison didn't work on it. Let's see if fire might. So I'm gonna run to the golem, and I will strike at it first with. I guess. Do I have to add this as a weapon, or is it just like my katana? Is it better?
You can just use your katana for now. Yeah,
Okay.
just use your katana for now. Oh!
Sick.
Nice.
First hit, dude.
Yes.
This is so badass.
It does something cool, doesn't it? Yeah, I gotta feel it.
Roll some damage. Roll damage.
That is
For
15 points of damage.
Points of damage as you like snap out with this sword, cleaving down into this fucking golem. Hold on 1 second. Let me just double check a thing. Okay. Sorry, my roll is being slow and lagging.
Tension.
Yeah, the music is
I know.
it's good.
Roll an extra 4d6 points of damage, Tom.
Nice.
Nice.
Come on.
We got
Bullshit.
16
Yes.
total.
16, 15, 31 points of damage as the sword
Nice.
slides through the clay of this thing like a warm knife through butter. You just shear a piece of fucking clay like clean off the side of it. You see it fall like shattering onto the ground as you cut this huge portion off of it. That's your first attack. Second
Nice.
Oh, that's one way to do a circumcision.
Put 12 more out.
Yes, do that again.
Him is Tom Goodheart, the Moil. Yeah, okay. 14 does not hit. Oh, I lied. It's exactly his armor class. Hits.
Okay, so that is
7 points of damage. Yep.
plus 46.
Oh, sorry. Roll 20s again. Bonus action.
I'll punch it with my fire hands and see if anything will happen.
Fire. Excellent.
Melt it.
I don't think that's gonna do anything.
10 does not hit. You like punch out in the flame and your fist. It is a big clay statue, man. He's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
I'm
excellent.
going to point out loudly to everyone that he learned everything from me.
Do you know how many rounds in we are, Rich?
We're like 5 or something, right?
we
I think
could-
5 is an accurate guess. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Gita has to dash. She comes like racing around the side of all this and gets around here on the back side of this thing. That's her turn. Good God, you poor fucks. Okay. Okay. The mask goes. The mask is a bad dude. He already cast that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That he did.
With that, you guys, the leech is down. There's nothing else in this room of significance to the mask. Ryeth, you want to make an Arcana check just so you can see what he's doing before it happens?
Yeah.
And the immensity of terror that's about to occur.
Oh,
He's
jeez.
gonna go invisible.
That sounds
15.
bad.
15. Oh no. If only. You're like this bastard. He's going to go invisible and escape. I know it. They all wit. Oh my God. He's casting Cloud Kill. Uh-oh.
Oh god.
So with that, a terrible fucking green gas fog appears on top of all of you as you
Now don't you wish
stand
you were dead?
fighting. You do, right? You do. You don't know better. As you stand here fighting the golem, this gas appears all around it, over top of it, stuffing itself down your throat, your nose as you're swallowing it in. 20-foot radius sphere. So saving throws for all you guys in the gas. Thinnea, Poe,
Con save.
Shell, and Tone, and poor Gut. God is my responsibility.
Half damage.
God damn it.
Shell.
I know.
Can I
you
roll?
went
Gus?
so long without getting hit this episode.
You really did. You did do a really good job for quite a while. 17, 19, 17, 16. Man, you guys all take 11 points of damage except for Shell, who takes 22.
Oh, Jesus, man.
I have 1 hit point, and it's the temporary hit point.
Nice.
Jesus.
We're Thinnea. I feel like I never hit you with anything, Thinnea.
I know.
It's so damn stealthy.
This is why you don't.
It's because we haven't been around a whole lot of magic users.
I know.
Yeah. Are you up, Shell, or are you down?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Question mark? Not
For
really.
the moment.
It's an indoor-outdoor thing, too. We've been doing a
Yeah.
lot of outdoor fighting.
Oh, I know. That is exactly what it is, by the way.
Like my lightning bolt, I haven't really been able to use it to capacity the entire game. But
And you guys can see now at the top of the staircase, another two dudes appear as they come like fucking running with all their might into view. Shall GreyThorne, you are up.
Come on, Shell.
Okay, so I'm going to piss myself,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to take
Be more dramatic if you were wearing pants. But
Yeah.
yeah.
5 foot steps this way and not play that game anymore. Is this technically flanking?
Yes.
Okay. I don't like this guy. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him real hard.
Yes.
Probably.
22.
Woo! I don't have anything else to like boost it with, so it's just like my flat 8. Here we go.
Okay. He is down. Decent. Cleave
Nice.
into him. He's not down. You cleave into him with the watery sword, and it carves into strangely like the water almost like breaks down the clay, and the clay starts like sloughing, breaking off of him. Ugat goes on 5. He is fucked up, man. And he comes like staggering back out of the gas and pumps off a magic missile, because what the hell else is he gonna do? He saw that the acid arrows did not work, and so he casts. No, he doesn't have any of those left. Okay. He casts magic missile, and they surge out, striking into the clay golem, who is not immune to magic missiles. Excellent, taking 16 points of damage. 52, 60, okay. Clay golem goes. Problems. It's going to slam once for each of you guys. Here's Tone. Here's Shell. Tone, 26.
Ooh, yeah, that's a
Shell.
hit.
Doesn't hit me.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage. Tone, is this thing like...
Oh,
boom!
Yeah, I'm a down.
Oh, God.
Problems. And with that, a much more dramatic place to leave us on. So I thank you, John.
Yes, please end on my death. Thank you.
Encouraging me to go through one more round. As this thing just like... boom! And Tone like crashes down into the ground, laying on the circle of runes.
Oh, God, you're right.
Light up. Glowing.
Turn
With
me
that,
evil.
We come to an excellent closing point for our second week in a row here on the campaign. You guys are the best. You're great.
Oh, my God. Tone.
I'm excited. Let me get possessed. I already have the Leech's sword.
Oh,
Oh,
I
God.
feel apathetic at this moment.
Yeah. Tone gets possessed and then just leaves.
Yeah, I have no problem. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, well,
God.
cool, you guys. That was a really fun night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got some information. We got a place to go next time. We know where the tree is. Maybe there's a trader with you. Maybe not.
Yes, and thanks for everyone who watched, and thank you for the new subscribers and all the cheers from Imagination Studios. Thank you very much. We'll be back in 2 weeks to continue this campaign, and then we'll be back in 1 week next week to pick up episode 2 of Abrea before the campaign. So that's what we have in the immediate pipeline, and yeah, there's a bunch of cool shows in down the road, but I know it's getting late for our DM and some of our players, and I guess anyone want to say goodbye before we head out?
Bye.
Goodbye.
Maybe the last goodbye for Tone Goodheart before he turns to the dark.
Writing him out.
The final goodbye.
Poor Ton. I will thank our artists again, as usual. Dongjin Liu, he's a lot of the NPC work that I've been using through this front end, and his stuff is great, and that's the Leech and the Masculine and good stuff. The Leech actually is Igor Sid, a guy named Igor Sid on ArtStation. The links to that will be in the show notes, but I also just want to thank our viewers. It's really awesome having you guys here with us, and thank you for hanging out and watching along, and I hope you enjoyed it. Excellent.
See you in a couple weeks, or next week, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Bye, everybody.